one's coming back from GMT, right? Like that was.
Yeah.
Yep, it's at like 1100. So come on, print that.
It's probably their next. It's probably going to be the next printed 18xx, I assume.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's. Shaz is going to teach us some 1848, which is about running railroads in this like tiny corner of Australia, and also the Bank of England is involved.
I mean, it's not just the corner. I mean, here we got Perth over here, we got Sydney over here, we got all of Australia. But
Australia is really big, though.
yeah, you're right. It is a corner. This is just an offboard all the way to the west. So 1848 Australia is my personal favorite double O game, Lonnie Orgler and Helmut Oli, the prolific duo, and one of my favorite 18xx's. In general, it has a few big differences from sort of your standard full cap games. The two biggest sort of MacGuffins are the gauge changes that we'll talk about. Full cap. There are 4 different colonies in Australia, and back in this time, each colony decided it wanted to use a completely different gauge of track, so you had to change gauges as you went from one colony to the other. So that'll impact the way our trains run. And then most importantly, the Bank of England, which will give us loans and ask for nothing in return. It is very, very generous bank.
That's a terrible bank. How?
I don't know how it worked. So for those at home, keep in mind that the rule book as written right now, I'm assuming that GMT is going to fix this, has several translation errors, but there is an official FAQ posted, and in this mod, the FAQ is there as well. So just don't get caught out because these translation errors are pretty epic in terms of how they can impact the game. So 1848, the game will end in one of 4 different ways. The bank will either break. Starting bank is £10,000. We've taken out some of it. The company reaches the highest value on the stock market. The BOE has given out 16 or more loans, or there are 5 or more companies in receivership, which if any of those are satisfied, we finish out the set of ORs, and then the game ends. There are 8 public companies. All of their starting spots are denoted by these little tokens on the map, with the exception of the COM, is the Kangaroo Company here. That has 2 home stations, one in Sydney and one in Adelaide. The COM can never be tokened out of its home spot. Its home is also not reserved. If it is tokened out when it floats, it just puts a token right next to it and creates a spot for it. All of these companies are full cap. They all float when 60% of the IPO is bought, and the car is the B&O equivalent of this game, has to be parred at 100. The other ones can be parred at 70, 80, 90, or 100. The COM is special in that it will not operate until Sydney and Adelaide are connected by track or a 6 train is bought. Now, you can buy shares in the COM before these have been satisfied, and you can even buy shares up to 6 shares and technically float the COM. However, it will not operate until that either Sydney, Adelaide are connected or a 6 train is bought. If that happens in the middle of an OR and the COM has had 6 shares bought, it will operate in its normal order during that OR. So that's something to keep in mind as we get closer to the 6 or those cities are getting close to connecting.
Hypothetically, Commonwealth shares drop in value while it's locked out?
No, it hasn't operated.
Okay. It's just...
So the Bank of England. The Bank of England is a company that has 10 shares that we can invest in. The starting share value is 70. We always buy it at market value, and the market value will change throughout the game. It will never decrease. It will only increase. Where did that red token I just dropped go? Oh, here it is. I got those sticky tokens again. There are 10 shares, and it will operate independently and pay out dividends to shareholders. So even if you have the most shares in the Bank of England, you're not the president of the Bank of England. You'll just get more dividends. The dividends have a base value that is set based on phase. In yellow phase, it pays 0 per share. In green, it pays 10 per share. In brown phase, it pays 20 per share, and in gray phase, it pays 30 per share. That dividend will increase as companies fall into receivership, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. The share value of the Bank of England increases as companies take loans. Now, once phase 3 has hit, a 3 or a 3 plus train, we'll talk more about the plus trains in a little bit. Once phase 3 is hit, companies can take voluntarily 1 loan on their turn at any time. you'll see that each charter has space for 5 loans. That's the maximum amount of loans that a company can take voluntarily. The company will immediately get £100. It never has to pay that loan back. The only downside is that its share value moves 2 columns to the left for that loan. That's the only downside. And by taking that loan, the Bank of England's share price increases. Now, if a company is trainless, and this is very important in this game, and is forced to buy a train, meaning it has a route, the president cannot contribute. Under no circumstance will the president contribute to train buying, which means that the only way to get trains via emergency fundraising is by taking more loans. So if you have to take more than one loan, you can voluntarily take one loan, but if you have to take more, you can only buy a train from the bank, so whatever the cheapest train is from the bank. And then for each loan after the first, your share value falls 3 columns to the left. So say you are 280 pounds shy. Car is built up a nice share value. It's all the way at 180, but it got cowed out without a train, and it is 300 pounds shy. It can take one loan voluntarily. The first loan always will be 2. The second loan will be 3. And then the third loan to get to that 300 pounds is 3. Oops, we're at 60 now. Don't do that. That's bad. That's the only way that a company can take potentially more than 5 loans is if it is doing emergency train buying. However, the Bank of England notably only has £2,000 to give out. You'll see here. If it's given out 20 loans and you have to take out a loan for emergency train buying, you just immediately fall into receivership. Speaking of receivership, if a company's share value ever would fall into any of these rows here on the left in receivership, it is taken over by the BOE. The company itself pays compensation to all shareholders that are not the director at the IPO value. So if the car, which has to par at 100, falls into receivership, I owned it, both Dave and Ian had 1 share each, the car itself has to give £100 to both Dave and Ian in exchange for that share. I get 0 compensation as the director. If the car does not have enough money in its treasury to pay, then the director is liable and has to pay out of his or her own holdings. And if the director can't then pay, sells shares. And if even then the director can't make up the shortfall, you just take an interest-free loan that you just have to pay back. So you just go negative and you just pay it back.
So you ran a company so badly that you personally have to pay everyone back for how bad you were at your job. That's what that is,
exactly.
Right? Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what that is.
So it's unlike 62 when you just bail.
Yeah, it's not just a bail.
Okay.
And the pain doesn't stop there, especially in a 4-player game.
It gets better.
So every time a company falls into receivership, the cert limit for everybody will be decreased, and it depends on how many players there are. In a 3 and a 4-player game, the overall cert limit is decreased by 2 for each company falls into receivership. For the player who was the president of the company that fell into receivership, it's decreased by an additional 2. That's for a 3 and a 4-player game. In a 5 and a 6-player game, cert limit is decreased by 1 for each company that falls in receivership, and an additional 1 for the president of the company that fell in receivership. So while in the 5-player games I've played, it is definitely a weapon to throw some companies into receivership. It can be challenging to do it in a 4-player game and wield it correctly because the 2 share deficit can be difficult to overcome. Not impossible, but difficult. Once the company falls into receivership, all of the money that's left in it goes to the bank. Its trains are removed from the game. Its station markers are then flipped over to the Bank of England side. And now the value of the cities of these station markers that have the Bank of England symbol are added to the dividend that the Bank of England pays at the beginning of the ORs. So this is the other way, in addition to phase changes, that the Bank of England will pay higher dividends. When the second company goes into receivership, there's denoted by the X here, we export whatever the cheapest permanent train is, and that can cause a phase change. And when the 5th company goes into receivership, we export the cheapest permanent, and the game would end after that set of ORs, and we've done something horribly wrong as a collective. Because that is a lot of companies to die. Any questions about the Bank of England?
This sounds hilarious.
Yes, hilarious indeed. So
sounds-
stock. Go ahead.
I'll just, on the one hand, you don't want to let your companies go into receivership because it's bad for you. On the other hand, letting your company goes into receivership increases the value of your Bank of England shares.
Correct. If wielded correctly, and if your Bank of England shares are worth, 2 times any other share, then having 2 less of a cert limit doesn't really matter that much.
Do Bank of England shares count against your cert limit?
Yes.
All right.
They're not like fancy NDM shares from 22MX where they're just bonus money. Right?
They're not just bonus.
This
no.
is an actual choice you have to make.
Exactly.
It's a different government, so it's not the same government.
Right. So what I'm hearing is, oh, you know what? I lost my thoughts. Never mind. Just keep going. Don't
Okay.
don't do that. Is what I'm getting.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So stock rounds. It's sell then buy. You can sell any number of shares and then buy one piece of paper. Share value will drop 1 for each block of shares sold. So even if you sold 4 shares of car, it's only going to drop from 100 to 90. Bank of England shares are not impacted by sales, so they will never decrease in values. You will always buy Bank of England at market price. For other companies, you will buy IPO at IPO price and market at market price. 60% ownership for presidents, except in a 3-player game, it is 70%. 60% includes the BOE. You can't own more than 60% of the BOE. There's a 50% limit in the bank pool, and at the end of the SR, prior to deal goes to left of last action. In ORs, it follows the sort of 1830 heuristic of yellow, there's 1 OR between SRs, green, there's 2, and in brown, there's 3. Gray tiles become available once the first 8 or diesel is purchased. The order of the OR is first we pay the privates, then the BOE pays out, and then the companies operate in order. On a company's turn, it can optionally build track. In yellow, it can lay a single yellow tile. In green and later, it can either lay 2 yellow tiles or upgrade 1 tile. There are K cities, not counting this one, but there are K cities along the coast. These are homes of a lot of the companies, but they also are higher value cities. However, there is no special yellow K, so we just have to remember when upgrading Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, or Brisbane that these are the K cities, and I'll try to be sure to remember that. Keep in mind that there is significant limitation in the availability of green K tiles in terms of their orientation, especially considering that we're along the coast. So you can make it so that one of these companies is unable to upgrade based on how track is laid out. So after building track, you can lay a station. First station costs 40 pounds. Every station after that is 100 pounds, except for the comm. All of the comm's extra stations are 100 pounds. In terms of running trains, DITs are greedy. They do not count against train range. There are also small ports here, Port Lincoln and up here on the top right. These also do not count against train range. However, there is the Tasmania tile, which is a large port that we'll talk about when we talk about the privates. The Tasmania tile does count against train range. Red offboards also do count against train range. Now, this is a good time to talk about gauge change. So we mentioned that there's 4 different provinces. They all use different gauge. When we eventually build track and cross over into a different province, we have to lay a gauge change marker where that crossing happened. Now, a train that runs over this gauge change marker, this counts as a 0 value city that does count against the train stops. This is where the plus trains come in. So a 4+ train, which costs 340 pounds as opposed to the 300 pounds that a 4 train, can visit 4 cities and 1 gauge change marker. So it essentially ignores one of the gauge change markers. So for example, if you're running from Adelaide to Mount Gambier to Geelong and Melbourne, normally that would cost 5 because it's 5 cities and a single gauge change. But with a 4+, you could make that run and get that the sweet KK bonus, which we'll talk about. So if you connect 2 K cities with 1 train, you increase your revenue by 50 pounds. If you connect 3, so from here to here to here, for example, increase by 100 pounds, and so on. Obviously, getting all of them would be quite the feat, but the 200-pound bonus makes it worth it. Is full withhold or full pay, and you move to the right for any dividend paid, and you move to the left for withhold. Company has to buy a train if it has a valid route. You can buy a 2 or a 2+ right off the bat, and once the 3s are available, 3+ is available right off the bat, et cetera, et cetera. If you're once the 3 train is bought, you can buy across from different companies. If it's the same president, it's £1 minimum and no maximum. If you're buying from somebody else, you have to buy at the train at face value. There's a special train in this game that's called the GAN train. The GAN train becomes available once the first 5 or 5+ is bought. It does not count against a train limit. It does not meet the obligation to own a train. Each company can only have one GAN train, and you cannot sell GAN trains across from one company to another. What the GAN does is it runs from a company's home to Alice Springs. And it only counts those 2 tiles. That's it. But it is an E-train, meaning it can run through any number of cities in order to get there, as long as it's not tokened out. The Ds are available once the 6s are fully bought. So it's not, there's only 2 6s, but even if the first one is bought, you still can't buy the 8 or the D. It just comes out in order. And then we mentioned at any time during a company's turn, once we're in green phase, it can take a loan as long as it's not at 5 loans. And then once the 3 train is bought, you can buy in private companies at the amount indicated on the card for the private companies. So private companies don't count against cert limit. They close once the first 5 train is bought. However, there are 2 privates that provide a discount, P2 and P4, and we'll talk about them each individually in a second. Those discounts persist after the 5 train is bought. We can go through them now. So P1 has no special powers. It can be bought in for £1 to £40. It gives 5 income. That's it. P2 can be bought in for £1 to £80. It gives 10 income. And this provides a one-time discount where you ignore a cactus tile train cost to the company that owns it. P3 is the Tasmanian tile. It can be bought in for £1 to £140. It gives 15 income. And the owning company can lay the Tasmanian tile here or here. If it hasn't laid it and the 5 train is bought, it immediately is forced to choose one of the 2 orientations. And the pips have to point to land. You can't point the pips off to water. P4 is the GAN train discount. It can be bought in for £1 to £220. It gives 20 pounds of income. And the owning company gets a discount of £100 on a single GAN train. So it'll cost them 100 instead of 200. P5 is kind of like the Camden and Amboy, except for a major difference in that it cannot be bought in. So it gives a share in the QR, which is a company that starts in the top right. It gives 25 income. However, it can't be bought into the company, so you don't get that sweet rip. And then P6 is the B&O equivalent, the car. We mentioned the car has to be parted 100. The car starts here in Port Augusta. And this private gives 30 income and closes when the car buys a train. That leaves us lastly to the Dutch auction, which is the auction in this game. So instead of auction bidding up on these privates, we are actually going to be successively decreasing the cost of these privates. So on your turn in this auction, you can either buy any of these privates at face value, which currently is denoted by where these red cubes are, or you can decrease a single private by £5, or you can pass. However, you can only pass if you already own a private, or there's an edge case where literally everything's at basement value and somebody owns a private. Then in that case, you can pass. If we get to that, which I don't think we will, I'll just reiterate that. But really, you can only pass once you own a private. If we all pass, but all the privates haven't been bought, the privates pay out their revenue, and then we return to the private auction. So all of these privates will have to be sold, and there is a floor for how low these privates can go in terms of decrease in value. The person to purchase the last private, whichever private that is, left of them will go first in the succeeding SR. And that is 1848.
I have a question.
Yes.
Dits they don't count as stops. Do they count as a stop for creating a legal route?
Yes, you can run to a dit as a stop, but it does not count as a stop.
Okay. Different in like every game I've played over the last 2 days.
Yep.
So. All right. I think I got
Not
it.
in a port legal. Forget.
Say it again.
Is a city? Sorry, is a city and a port legal in this one? I always forget that.
Yeah, it's
Like, you run
not
from
like
Wylia.
it's not like 49. You can run from Wyla to Port Lincoln.
How about from Wagga Wagga to Port Lincoln?
You better run from Wagga Wagga to Port Lincoln.
All right, we're gonna go play Australia rails after this. Get the crayon rails out, draw all over the map. Have you played that one? It's mostly empty. It's mostly just a straight east-west line. I guess I'm driving.
Sounds like Australia from what I understand.
It's a pretty big place.
I heard it's pretty big.
Oh, okay. I'll have more questions as the game goes on, but I could probably
Absolutely.
make not an informed decision, but a decision as to what I'm doing right now.
And an uninformed decision. Very
I could
good.
make an uninformed, just.
I will offer to answer questions at $5 Australian.
Well,
Question.
I only have pounds, so I guess I can't pay you.
Crap! Dang it! Wrong currency.
Yeah,
Shall we determine a first player?
please.
I think you got to do it.
Oh, I have to
Yeah, you gotta
hold on. I don't have to do anything if I just promote
make
Shaz.
it so other people can do everything.
Yeah, make it so somebody else can do it. Right? Because now you're.
So all the double city tiles are the ooze. I take it.
Yeah, this game's got a slightly different ooze. It has yellow ooze that you connect to one side. The green ooze make the other side connectable, and then the brown side is like, normal ooze promotion. But the yellow ooze, you can run to a yellow ooze, is the difference from 1830.
I don't think I have a first player. Oh no, I do. I lied. It's like I don't.
You got that thing? All right. I was like, I don't have that
Little
saved.
colored die or something that you can.
Here we go.
Roll.
It's there we go. It was working on it.
Whoa.
All right, Dave's first.
Oh man. Yeah, give me that. I don't want it. You gotta.
I tried to pick it up, but I tried to pick up just the card, but I ended up picking up the elephant on accident. So
I want the elephant, but I want the elephant upside down.
I meant to leave it upside down for you.
Do
I missed. So you did a thing already?
I did a thing.
Yeah, he decreased P5 by 5. So
Okay.
next up's Ian.
Yeah, so I just need to lower one of these because I'm not allowed to pass. Or I could buy one.
Yeah, or you could buy one. Yeah.
Or I could buy one. Oh man, I could just buy a thing. I'll lower that one.
You can either have one of these, or you can have it in the box.
What's in the box?
It's in the
All
box.
right, so I'm up. I'll decrease P6.
Oh no! Oh, let's stack them all up.
Let's lock this. Let's lock this down.
Why isn't it?
There we go.
I zoom in to see what these are. I'll
Okay.
put them back up.
Let's see. Well, why isn't it giving me? There we go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to Dave.
Man, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't love P5 in this game.
Prices are for these things.
Yeah, I don't know what's worth anything. I'm just gonna move some cubes, and then at some point someone will tell me you should have done something, and I'll be like, all right. Well, I moved down the cactus.
It's not that punishing of an auction. There's a floor
Yeah.
for a reason. Things can't go too cheap, really.
Yeah, and you're not gonna. In general, it's a line game. You're not gonna lose the game because you bought a private for $5 more than it was quote worth.
Yeah. Was that who
Not
just
as
went?
sharp.
Did Ian just go?
I lowered the cactus price.
And I lowered this one.
Oh, you went out of turn. Oh, so I haven't gone yet.
My apologies.
Okay.
So I'll lower P6.
So then Dave.
Go ahead, James. No,
Okay. Oh, James.
I undid his turn. 'cause it was
Okay.
out of turn.
Oh, is that a turn? Yeah, I'm gonna move this guy down to 25.
No. Has James gone?
Not yet.
This goes after
Yeah.
me.
So which
Oh, we
order
go
are
this
we going?
way. We
Are we
go.
going down?
No.
or
So
up?
you go
I get it.
clockwise. So if the table's a clock, so you're
Mhm.
after me, James, and I'm
Oh,
after
okay.
you.
Okay, got it.
So
Okay.
I just went, so you're up.
Well, let's see here.
I give you in.
I don't know.
We get it now.
Again, seems.
It's yeah.
All right, Dave's up.
You may now get this for £25. Sterling? These
So
pounds
can you-
sterling.
So I assume you cannot buy in the same round that you
No.
move the cube down.
One action.
You get one unit, one
Okay.
unit action.
Ian's up.
One random thing that Shaz said that I just want to be clear on. The GON does not have to run from your company's home station. It just needs to run from a station, I think. I don't remember it ever saying it has to be from the home station.
That
But
is
it does have to run to L.
that is an important distinction. I'll buy this for 160.
You can have the cube. You're more than welcome to take the cube if you want the cube.
My cube now.
You have a bidding cube now. You may use it during a stock round to bid on privates, miners, concessions.
Yeah. Can I tender an offer?
I will take the GAN discount at 160. And I will take the cube.
Yeah, there you
go. James.
Oh, and then Shaz took the whatever that was.
I took the GAN discount. Yep.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Is it the Central Australian that has to be part of the 100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the B&O equivalent. It is part. There's no decision in the par price. It's going to be 100.
I love not making
Right.
decisions.
It does feel good to not make decisions.
Someone's just like, do this. You got it, boss.
Ka-ching.
All right, Tasmanian down. Dave?
$100 seems like a price I'm willing to pay for the right to deal with this.
That seems fair. Ian?
Am I allowed to pass now?
Yes, you can pass now.
All right, then I will pass.
I'll take P1 at 25.
There's your cube.
Well, I don't want that cube.
Get that out of here.
Get that out of here. All right, now to James.
All right. I guess I'll take this at 65. What the heck?
I'm getting a real nice sore spot on my right middle finger from holding down the mouse wheel to move the camera around.
Yeah, I've been there.
Real first world problem right here.
What happens if we pass around again?
Privates will pay, so it doesn't. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not great for
yeah.
James.
Yeah, it's also good for Shaz. I don't like that.
Both me and
Yeah,
Ian
I'm in
have
the
25 in revenue.
I'm in the middle. I'll pop it down one.
All right, back to Ian.
I'll pass.
I will also pass. Back to James.
It's that situation where you make someone buy the private by just not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I guess I'll pass. I don't know. I can't par that company if I take it, so I should pass.
well, so you can still decrease it by 5. I mean, if you think that you are the only one that has to buy this private, you might as well try to get it for 200.
Right.
Because the rest of us are happy passing around. I mean, Dave, not as much as me and Ian, but
yeah,
you're the only one that really loses if we all pass around.
Because I'm.
Yeah, so you should at least take an action to decrease the value, because at 200 you're going to have to take it, presumably. Ian?
Pass.
I also pass. Back to James.
This is some like 18xx group think.
Take it at 205.
All right. Dave
I would have
takes it
taken it at 210, but I thought I could get it for 205, so I'll take it for 205.
Okay, wait. Then we can.
All right, and we can get rid of that. And Ian, you're up first.
And it just flips it over.
So you have the QR, so you
Yeah.
have a little bit more flexibility at par prices, but
So
you need at least 420 otherwise.
So I still have to get 60%, correct, to float.
60%, yeah.
Right,
So
with my 10%, I need 5 more shares.
So you can par at 90.
So, but I had planned to do it at 80. So, just to have a little bit of wiggle room, but I guess I could do it at 90. So I'll do it at 90 because more is always better. More is
always
better. More is better than less.
What if I store my shares in my hand with a tribute to Sean at a like 15-degree angle?
It's just because of the way that his stuff always gets messed up.
I will par the Wa, which is this little fellow over here at 70.
I will take my par token, I guess, and put it on my charter. Oh,
You put it next to
you
the
put it
share
next to
companies.
the
Put it like
company here.
right here.
next to the next to there. Okay. Hey, shares in the bank pool. Do they pay the company?
Hey,
No,
No, the company
the
that's
gets.
only way
very,
to get
very,
money on the
very, very
charter.
important. The only I should have reiterated. The only way a company can get money is loans or withhold.
Okay.
IPO, market shares, nothing pays the company.
Very Lonnie style. Got it.
Yeah. Pretty sure, yeah, CZ24 does that too, right?
A bunch of them,
Anyway.
like 54. Like that's just how he does it. It's like you put the money in when you start the company, and then if you want more money, you should just withhold. Like.
Right. So my next here?
Yeah, James is up.
Okay, let's see which.
Oh, I gotta
And
pay.
sorry, which is it? The which West Australian and the Queensland. All right. So interesting. Is it the federal territory that starts in Canberra?
Uh,
FT.
yes, FT starts
Blue
here,
there.
so it doesn't have a K as its home. There you have NSW starts in Sydney. Its home is a K city. VR starts in Melbourne. Its home is a K city. SAR starts in Adelaide. Its home is a K
Probably
city.
want a K city because it's better.
Yeah, while they're available, you probably do.
Yeah, so I guess I'll take the New South Wales, and I shall
NS dubs.
par that at how much money do I have? 560.
Lots.
Yeah, I do have lots of money. I think I'll par it at 80.
Okay.
Man, Ian shares are just a mess. Look at
So
that.
where's my? Oh, there's my charter. So
Here's
put
your
one of
president's
these.
share.
Thank you, sir.
I share a WA.
And that is 80 times 6 is 480.
Eventually, yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead and prepay. There's no sales, so.
Oh, I guess I have to wait to see if one of you buys one of my shares.
Yeah, because Dave is investing, so someone might buy. So you can just pay 160 right now. Dave bought a WA. Ian flipped. I buy a WA. Back to James.
You can't take loans out until green phase, right?
I haven't
Correct.
been flipping. I have been doing it one at a time. So.
Oh.
And I will buy. Which token goes on the stock market?
The one that's next to the stock market up here.
Oh, that one. Okay. So I believe it's this one.
By the way, this has the revenue things that you can just
No,
snap
you
the revenue
part at
on,
80.
Oh,
and
right.
it populates the counter for the company.
Oh, that's the best.
I got it. But
Okay.
you're buying another share. Dave, you're up.
New South Wales, yes.
You got the whole stack there, I think. I'll buy another WA because
For 8.
it's only whatever.
You took the
$70.
entire stack.
Oh, whoops. I just did a single click.
You gotta.
All right, so Ian, back to you.
I will buy one of these for $90.
I will buy a WA. Back to James.
WA's floated. I think.
Not yet.
Yeah, it is.
It's at 50. No, it's at 60. You bought 2.
Yeah, remember the president's shares aren't that distinctive.
Sorry. So this is. I shall take one of these.
How much money do I have? $180.
You have dollars. You have pounds. I'm sorry.
Pounds sterling.
Pounds.
I'll buy a Queensland for 90.
Is that me? It is. So that floats it.
Something. I see what happened.
Okay. So then,
Yeah. So then Ian's up.
Then mine.
Bank of England doesn't pay until companies go into foreclosure. Or
Once in green phase, it'll start paying $10 a share.
okay,
But in yellow, it's not paying anything.
but the value
So in
will
yellow,
go up as
companies
it takes
cannot
loans.
take out. Yeah,
Correct.
but nobody can take out a loan till green. So if you're expecting it to go up, it can't possibly go up before green.
It can't possibly.
There's no. I mean, you can buy it. You can go ahead and buy it, but it's not going to do anything until green.
So I could maybe wait around. That's what you're telling me.
It's uncommon. I've never seen them all sell out like the first time someone buys one.
Okay.
They're kind of expensive and stuff. They will eventually probably sell out, but not right away.
Whatever. I'll buy one more of mine, and then that'll be. I'll buy another green, and that's fine.
I'll buy
Okay.
another WA.
Come on, give me this one. Not the whole stack.
You gotta click and drag fast.
Ah,
There you go.
there we go.
Alternatively, if you hover your hand over it and press 1 on your keyboard, it just throws it right in your hand.
I'll take one of them for $80. I'll diversify.
Ian is force passed, and I will buy one of Ian's lovely company.
That means nothing to me.
Until it does.
So two.
I'm gonna slowly sell out on it. Just be like,
Back to James. You can now float the NSW.
Yes.
We won't even know what hit him.
sneaking out in the middle of the night.
I'm on force pass, by the way.
Yeah, so am I. It's just James.
Okay,
And then
so
he can buy one of mine, the WA.
sure, I shall do so.
So that's
For
70.
70. Come on. 70, not 60. 70. There we go.
And then Dave
you're
gets PD.
You're the West Australian?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We move into the OR, and the QR operates first. Dave has priority for the next SR. We pay the privates.
Yes.
Everyone have it in their hands. Yep,
Yeah.
looks like it. Privates paid. BOE doesn't do anything right now, and QR operates.
That felt real good.
So currently I
that's a good
have one track action.
Oh.
Yes.
Company.
You had said previously that dits are a bonus, right?
Yes. Keep in mind this does have track costs.
It does have a track cost, right? So, well, is there?
But you have oodles of money, so no big deal.
Right, but
just spend it. It's cool. Just spend it. Don't think about it. Just spend the money. You got so much of it.
But
Don't think about it.
Alternatively, what I could do is I could do this. I mean, that's not great. But there's this double O up here, right? Like you could do this next round. And the double O's are great.
Double O's are nice. Double O's are nice.
All right.
All right. How many trains is QR buying?
I'm gonna buy 2 trains.
Seems good.
And I'm not gonna cross any borders for a while.
I'll move everybody back.
How many 2 trains are there, by the way?
Like 6-ish.
6.
There are 5 more. 4 more.
NSW is up.
All right. So one of these, I presume, because there's no special K.
I think you grabbed all of them again.
Those, yeah. It's, as a physics simulator, it's very
sticky.
Okay.
What was Dave doing earlier? He was trying to grab a share, and it was getting caught in a inactive player's hand zone.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like, I grabbed a share from like a long diagonal across the table, and right before my hand, it snapped into the person in front of my hand. But if you change the angle, it was fine. So it was like some weird scripting thing. That was really cool. I don't know. As a programmer, that was entertaining.
Don't let Shaz do the thing with the trains. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna keep an eye out for it.
It's when you run trains and they run for a decent amount of money, and then like everyone goes crap.
Man, that's really tough to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Get two. What the heck? I too shall get 2 trains for $200, right? Yep.
$200. And you already fell back, and that's it. Wah will operate. Wall will lay this straight city here. Wall will buy two trains and falls back to 60. And we are.
Oh, yeah. That already were on the right side.
Does it want a 3? I mean, it eventually wants a 3. But that's a lot of money to spend right off the bat, huh?
Spend money to make money. I don't
That
know
is
what
a
you got.
it's a non-zero amount of money. I agree.
It's a definite non-zero amount of money. We're gonna hold off on the 3 for now. And screw it. Let's do it. Let's pop it.
All right.
Spend money and buy in our private for 220.
Dang, that's a lot of money.
And we're broke.
We're broke.
Right.
But we got to show off the lovely Bank of England, don't we?
If you're not showing off the mechanics of the game, then really, I mean, you gotta put on a good show. Ah, all right, that's a thing.
Okay, Dave, you're up in the SR.
I pass.
You actually have enough money to buy a thing, though. No, you don't, because it's
No,
an
probably,
IPO. It's an IPO share.
IPO game.
Yeah.
You're playing too many. You're playing too many incremental cap games lately. We gotta fix. We gotta do a better balance.
So many.
I'm gonna pass though.
I'm also gonna pass.
Looks like I have some money.
Yeah, you actually have pounds available.
I will buy 1 Wah at 70. James.
Well, it looks like the only thing I can afford at the moment is a wasp. What the heck? I will go heavy into.
You have $25.
You have 25 pounds.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. My
25
apologies.
pounds.
So
Yeah.
I pass it.
I'm gonna sell an NSW and take the last WA. So the NSW goes down to 60.
Oh man, those tokens don't have any letters on them. They are just symbols.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
the thing.
it's unfortunate.
So I basically that's an equal trade of money.
Okay.
Because I paid 70 and then the other thing's only parted 70. So easy math. I like easy math.
Easy math, easy life. Ian?
Pass.
I will buy a QR at 90. Is everyone passing around?
Yeah, I'm passing.
I'll buy another QR at 90.
Is that all of them?
That should be all of them.
Oh my god. What happened there?
And priority goes to James, and the WA and the QR float up. And the QR operates after we pay the privates. Pay the privates, hitting the button. Did it go into my company? Yes. That doesn't feel as good. And the Bank of England would have paid now, but it doesn't, and Ian's up. OR 2.1 of 2.
So then I have 2 yellows or an upgrade.
Correct.
But crucially,
Not a yellow and an upgrade.
I have a yellow or 2 yellows or an upgrade, right?
Yeah.
2 yellows or an upgrade.
Yes, it is an either or
Can't do the
situation.
thing you probably want to do.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I guess you don't have 2 yellows or an upgrade. You just
I don't have as many
Yeah.
options, right? I mean, I can do up an upgrade or a yellow, but I want to run this train now. I want to run these hot trains. So that's 4 and that's 5. So
Oh yeah, we're in green, aren't we?
yep. So I will pay 90. That is dollars I have earned. Sorry, pounds I have earned. And I am done because I'm not allowed to buy in. Oh, I should buy a train. I should buy a single train. 200. That's a 3-stop train. What do the ooze look like? This is very important. Doesn't matter.
They're kind of
crap.
there's a lot of ooze. They're not going to matter yet. They eventually will, obviously.
I am
One thing to note.
Yeah.
One thing to note is there's only going to be one legal placement for your green oo because of where how it's placed. So like you're going to be limited for the upgrade.
That's
Slightly.
fine. I'm gonna buy a plus train. All right, I'm good.
Sweet. All right, so Wa will lay 2 yellows. And it will run less trains than it has because it has a very foolish director. So it runs from Perth to here for 40, 50, 60, 70, and from Perth to Port Lincoln, 110, 130, 140 pays out. 140. Pay out.
All right, so I'm next.
Yes.
It didn't put the thing on the thing. I'm gonna do that. There we go.
So I'm gonna lay this yellow.
I should have done the upgrade. That would have been smarter. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
I could take both of them. Shit, yeah. Here we go.
These trains have names. Like
Yeah.
the 3 is the Inlander, the 4 is the Westlander.
The 2 is the Gulflander. There's a lot of land. There's a lot of land for some reason.
What's the D? What's the
40
D train?
and 40.
Oh, they're both Indian
I guess
Pacific.
I'm running for an awesome 80.
Cool 80.
Yeah, I'm just height of. So does this automatically set your
It will.
payout?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
So payout.
All right. Next OR. Oh, you move up to 70.
Yep.
Hit that button.
Hit
Oh, I feel so good.
that button.
I feel so good.
QR.
I am on a K city. So
You have one of 2 options. You can do this guy or the W since you're already connected to that double O.
So I feel like it's got to be something. Where did I put my token? I picked it up and moved it, and I lost it.
No.
Thank you. I could not see it at all. So I will. What was that?
I'm doing a lot in this game.
Yeah. What is that? 7 and 6 is 13. That's all right.
All right.
Also, I'll take a loan.
Hey, there he goes. So you paid out 13?
Yeah.
All right, so you paid out to 110, and then you took a loan and you fell back to 90.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It felt okay. I mean, I was at 90 when we started, and I went back to 90 when we ended.
I'm just saying, you just got $100 too.
Yeah.
How the whole process feel?
It felt okay. It felt like I'm back in familiar territory, but with 100 extra pounds.
Are you all done yet?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm not allowed to buy my private, so I have to just kind of hang out.
Would you recommend the services of the Bank of London to a friend?
I would. Is this? Oh, that was mine. I'm getting rid of that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna upgrade token for 40. Good old Port Augusta. Let's spend our 40.
King of England.
And we have 3 trains, so we're gonna run a 2 train from Perth to Port Lincoln for 40, 50, 60, 70. we're going to run one of the trains from Perth to this DIT for another 50 is 120, and then another train from here to the DIT is another 40 is 160. 16 pays out, and then the WA will take a loan to fall back to 70. 16 pays out. I will take 100 from the bank and take a loan, and I will buy in the other private for 40. And the NSW is up.
All right. So
Sean says you have the good company, Shaz.
Yeah, that's one of them.
yeah.
Is it because it can run so many trains early?
It also has the easiest GAN route. So I took it because I have the GAN private.
Okay.
My favorite company is the SAR, but I know Dave has other thoughts, and I think that they're very reasonable.
I like the car and the WA a lot. They both have very easy access to the GON. The Adelaide often has pretty easy access to the GON as well.
There we go. So I run for 120.
Yep.
Looks like that checks out.
10, 12. Poof. Okay. I pay out, and I believe if I buy my private, it's useless over here. And definitely poor planning.
I just can't buy my private, which is super good planning on my part because I don't have to make a decision anymore.
Right. Well, I guess I'll. Oh, yeah, I will also buy a 3 train or 3 plus train. I'll
You got the whole stack.
keep doing it. How the hell do I flip the damn thing? Anyway, that's
You bought a 3 plus.
There you go.
yeah.
Costs 230.
230. Come on.
The plus trains are the same price as the other train, plus $10 per stop that the train can visit. So like a 6 plus is 660.
Oh, okay.
So would you say that they cost 10% more?
I mean, that's a way easier way to explain
Okay,
it.
all right. Except that's not true with the 3, because it's 200 and then it's 230. So it's
Yes, I was right.
okay.
That's right. Feels good.
You
It's
were
not
right
common.
in a very narrow circumstance. You were correct. Yes, I agree.
I'm done. So
You paid out. You did not take a loan, so you move up to 80, and then we move into the SR where you have priority.
all right. So let's see. Cannot buy more of them. Who's
There's nothing else to buy, man. This is just kind of what it is.
Is there anything?
There's
Is there really
Bank of
literally nothing to buy?
England or Par New Company.
There's car shares.
I do not have.
There's the
shares.
car
Or the
shares.
car. There's the BOE equivalent. The car. We need to get that private income out of Dave's hands.
Right.
It's been feeling really good.
I know it's been looking really good.
Is the BOE starting to pay now?
It will be starting to pay.
It pays 10. It pays 10 at the beginning, and it costs 90.
90.
That's not a great return.
No, it isn't. But it's. Sorry. Damn it. But it's about the only thing that's.
I mean, we could force Dave
the
to
car.
run his...
The car is a very reasonable purchase because I mean we're gonna start it this round.
Because we can make Dave run a company, or we can steal it from him.
I don't want to play.
Right.
I'm not
He just showed up. It's like, what are you doing here? I don't know.
And the
man.
car already has track laid for it. So
Where's its home station?
the
Oh,
reason I
okay.
had to upgrade that
Wow.
because it was reserved.
I see. Yeah, I don't know where anything else on this map. I've never played it before.
And the car is at 100?
100. Yep.
I will buy a car.
And it will, if we force float it, it will run and make at least its money back. You know, the stock value will return unless there's loans. But there will be a dividend.
There will be.
We will. I mean, if
Built
at,
all
if
dividends.
collectively we all gang up on Dave and force him to play, he will give us money
Yes.
back. So
Dave of House McAvoy. What
I'm
say
gonna
you?
sell two. I'm gonna sell 2 WAs and buy a car
All right.
because I was planning on putting it anyway.
Wall falls to 60. Yeah, you were gonna float it.
So I get $40 in the exchange.
Ian.
I want to be a madman and buy some Bank of England because I want to. I want to
There
see
he
what.
is.
I want to see what that feels like.
There's nothing mad about that. And now you have this lovely incentive to take loans. It just feels great. I'm gonna sell 3 QRs at 90 is gonna give me what?
Am I the QR? Okay.
You're the QR.
Okay.
So
Green is the
270.
I'm the Queensland.
5, and then I can sell 1 Y, I guess.
You sold 2 green.
I sold 3 green.
3
It just
green.
falls down 1.
Oh,
It's
right.
just
Falls
1.
down 1. Yeah.
Yep. And then I'll sell 1 WA, so I still have 50%. So the WA I get 64 and it falls to 50. And I'll par the SAR at 100.
Man, you're doing so much stuff.
I like stuff.
Stuff is good.
where is the over there in Adelaide? Okay. Yeah.
Actually, no, the VR actually looks kind of nice too, huh? You got a little connection over there to that other K city. Yeah, let's go
the
VR
VR.
actually.
I usually like the VR better than the SAR.
How many times?
SAR has 1 more token.
How many times have you guys
Yeah,
played
I mean
this?
that.
9.
6 maybe.
It
I
was
don't know.
7.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's 8 actually. All right, so I'll do the VR. Screw it. I do the SAR too much.
You got to do new things, man.
Yeah.
I just find that the VR often has a little more time to develop and choose what it wants to do with its area because the NSW and the FT don't often float. Usually the VR floats first in the middle of the map, so it can kind of position itself. The SAR, the WAT, and the car are competing over the same corridor that they want in the end game. If all 3 of these float, it just gets congested, I feel like.
True.
But the NSW floated before the VR this time, so it could be different, obviously.
James.
Like the absolute worst is when you're the VR and you gotta burst through these $100 to get up to here. But if you can go up and around, that's great.
I'll get a car.
Do we need to be taking money out of
All
the
right.
bank up here, the Bank of England? Should we?
Yes. Yes.
Oh
should've-
yes. Thank
Just
you. For,
spend
I
$200
always read
Yeah,
that.
200 out of there. I will.
What did he buy? He bought another car.
All right, I got it.
So it spends money. It sends
Nope.
it to the bank.
Okay, you did it. You did it already.
Yeah. You can take it from the regular bank and just make sure that the BOE spends it.
Yeah.
So James bought a car.
Yeah.
Dave floated the car,
Yeah, I should go get that charter.
and Ian's up.
I want to buy another Bank of England. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm-
gonna flip VR back to James.
I'm gonna invest in George Hudson.
Let's see.
They let him run the
James,
bank.
you can buy a
Yeah.
market WA. Market WA only costs 50.
What's
Yeah.
wrong in England?
I wanna. Yeah, it's just George Hudson engaging in financial shenanigans. I'm buying shares in a bank, which apparently is just giving money away. I don't know. That's weird, but
I'm gonna. Oh, we're already at the bottom. So I'm gonna dump my West Australian Railway for an exciting 50. I should have dumped it earlier, but
I'm gonna fan these like going this way so that
the
it's clear.
and what the heck? How much is the Bank of England? 90.
90.
I'll see if this is. Well,
I mean, I don't think
I'll
it
see.
is. Not right now, anyway. I think there's better things to do, but that's what I'm about.
Oh, you took the whole stack again.
Oh, shit. Is there some
All right, Dave,
set
you're up.
that makes this not so annoying?
If you just
I'll definitely buy a full
when you're mousing over it, instead of picking it up, just press the number 1 on your keyboard.
Ian, you're
Oh.
up.
Pass.
Okay.
And then it will draw that
I
many
will
off the
buy
stack
VR.
into your hand.
Back to James.
Yes.
I will pass.
Dave.
I don't know what I want to do here. Hmm. There's options in front of me. I'll take this QR for $80.
Seems good.
It's
Ian?
cheaper than the
I'm
what was
on.
this
I'm
par
on
price?
mod. I'm on pass. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
nothing dropped
Okay.
down
I will
below.
buy a VR.
Nothing dropped down to 40 yet. I'll hang out.
Back to James.
Pass again.
Dave. Ian's passing, and I will float the VR. And then if everybody passes around, James maintains priority.
Spin one more time because it's going to feel good before it goes away. Feels good.
Okay.
And all right, first up is the car.
Nothing floats up now because
yes.
of sales, right?
I don't think anything's sold out.
believe
Yeah.
Nothing is sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only the green and the red are off the thing, and they're in the bank pool.
Yeah. Okay. So the
We will do
car.
that. Car will do that. And then
Lay some tiles.
yeah, I think they're gonna lay down to Adelaide and token in the middle. They'll do this. Oh, this. They'll do this. And they'll put a token in the middle. First token's 40, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the math works out. Let me think about the math quick. Yeah, sure. Sure, this seems reasonable. $3 pay. We will fall back because we don't have a train. And then we shall buy a 3, a 3, and a 4. $700.
Twos go poof.
There are too many twos out there, and they cannot pay again if I want to win this game.
Things were
Seems
going.
good.
Things were going so well though.
And then that is $700.
Hey, did the bank pay me? The Bank of England? When does that pay? How does that work? Like,
Pays
Oh,
with the payout.
yeah.
We'll check the log, but it should pay out.
okay.
This private dies, and that is all she wrote.
I don't think it pays with the privates. I think you have to actually delineate how much.
You have to hit the payout button.
So we're
yeah.
because it doesn't know how many companies.
Oh,
are
it operates at the
Yep.
end of the OR too, because
Okay.
if things fall in, right? Doesn't
No,
operate at the
it
end of
operates after the privates. So
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, so
100.
it pays
Okay,
out
I'm
100 right now.
Not 10.
100
There you go.
payout. There
Okay.
you
Yeah, I made
go.
$20.
All right, next up is the VR. VR will lay its home. So good old home station. And all right, straight cities are gone.
Both if the 2 trains were left around, Shaz could have bought the 2 train across from the other guy, dumped some money in there to fresh it back up, and still
Yeah,
run
it
the
was
train.
it was the thing to do. It was definitely the thing to do. And there's no straight cities, which is unfortunate.
We're out of straight cities.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's like 4 of them.
There's not that many.
Now I take it back. There's 3.
Okay. And what do we got here? We got 3 4s left.
That's so many 4s.
I'll buy a 4 plus. 340.
Okay. And then who is this? The VR?
The VR falls back.
Falls back. Falls back.
And QR is up.
QR. I'm gonna take that last. Oh, that's not the last one. I thought it was. Got excited for a minute. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna run for 9. Oh, way back.
There's
back.
a gauge changeover here, right? Yep.
Yeah, but I'm running. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Once you forget it, That's the
Yeah.
end, though.
That's the
It's
end.
the end.
I bought a plus train specifically because of that, so I knew that at some point I would be going that way. I just haven't done anything about it. I'm gonna pay it out, which moves me forward, and then I'm gonna take a loan. Which drops me back. It spends that money out of there, and then I buy a 4 plus train for 340. Okay.
All right.
My turn.
Oh, sorry. Actually, NSW should have operated first. They're both at 80, but NSW is further to the right. So what was your track placement, Ian? Or did you take a loan?
I did.
Okay, so you moved up to 9. Yeah, so you started at 80,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so NSW should have operated first.
I mean,
That
he
was my
can't
mistake.
affect my track placement because
Yeah, so but he can't connect right now
Right.
because this track isn't there yet.
yeah. So we'll just
So
pretend that he didn't see that.
yep.
Don't look over. Don't look over there.
But I was wondering, but with that, I would have upgraded this and said, "Oh, that's a nice route there."
Yeah.
And there's nothing. There's nowhere to get through Canberra over to the VR. That's quite annoying.
You got a zigzag, man.
Or you can lay that double O, and we'll connect through eventually. In Brown,
In
the
Brown.
points shall meet.
In Brown, yeah.
Well, no. I mean,
Not even-
if you take a gentle
We're
through
not that far away
Canberra,
from Brown.
if you take a gentle through
Not a long
Canberra,
game.
and then a gentle through this mountain, you're right there, right? You don't get the dit, but you get something.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I could upgrade. Oh, it's a regular city, right? So I could upgrade it with one of these green ones to get a route something across.
yeah, you can lay a
Gentle.
any of these, and once we turn it green, it'll connect.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got to give it a little bit of time.
Yeah. So, darn it! Come on, give me. That's not quite
I'll lay it for you.
Yeah.
the orange.
You want it to go to Wagga Wagga, right?
Yeah, that's what I was
Man, I
thinking.
love
Alright.
Wagga Wagga.
That's a great name for a city.
And then you have another yellow.
Right. So I've got a 3. And how much are the yellow ooze worth?
30.
30 in
Oh.
yellow.
Well, I guess it's a little better than what the other city's worth. So
But there's a
what the
terrain
heck?
cost on that mountain. That orange Bathurst.
Oh, how much? Oh, I cannot afford.
50 pounds. You know how you can afford it? You take a loan.
Oh, right. Take a loan. That is true. What the? So I just take this loan marker.
Yep.
You just take it, man. You just take it.
You take it, you put it on your, and
feel
then
like
you add 100.
I feel like it's like getting money from a crack dealer. Just.
You're not wrong.
All right. So then it's 50 to 50 to lay ooh tile. Are these based substantially identical ooze?
Yeah, they're the same. There's only one exit, so you just have to connect on the one exit.
Okay. Whoop. Okay. And now I've got this awesome killer super duper 3 train for 30, 70, an awesome 90. God, I'm going backwards on revenue. Whoops.
I mean, sometimes you go from running 3 trains to running 1 train.
Right.
It's not as good.
And I will get. I assume there's still a 4 train left.
So you took a loan, so you fell back to 60, and then you paid out, you went up to 70.
There's one 4 train left. This game's almost over.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll take this 4 train.
There it is.
It's 340 for a plus train.
340 for a 4+, correct.
We haven't even been playing for a full hour, about to hit the permanents. That's
Hey,
Spend
speeding
money.
right through.
Yeah.
I did pay 200 for a train that I never really ran, so there was that. You're welcome.
Felt really good. To be clear.
nice.
But you know, it's for the streams. It's for the
you
streams.
do it for the stream. You do it for the
I do it for
gram.
the streams.
You do it for the stream.
I'm done, by the way.
All right, the lonely Wa. So I guess the Wa will upgrade here. What's it gonna run with its 3? 1, 2, 3, or yeah, because Port Lincoln's not super duper happening.
How often does this one end in like a bankruptcy?
I've not seen it happen yet.
Never.
No?
It's
Well, I can't.
there's like no liability because you just go into negative interest or interest-free loans.
Okay.
There's no like liability. It's just companies just fall into receivership.
Okay, so it's
Just have-
go ahead.
What
And
tends
then
to happen?
3 is 40, 50 plus 60 is 110. Now the decision point. I don't think there's much of a decision. It's just pay it out because you only have 165. Pay out 110.
The only way that you can the only thing you're liable for is the par price of the shares for the companies of the player-owned shares for the companies of yours that go in receivership. And if you're afraid that your company is going to go in receivership, and anybody has more than one of those shares, you dump it on them.
You just bail
If
as
you're
fast
afraid
as
that you can't
can.
cover it. So there's not a ton of
All right, moving to the next OR, paying the privates and cars up.
And the Bank of England.
When does Bank of England
Okay.
start?
Yes, pay the privates. Bank of England is now
I paid it
still
out.
paying
I just-
100. You paid it out.
I
Good.
just paid it out.
Yeah, sure. Let's go crazy.
Let's
And
get
the
all
privates,
crazy, go nuts.
the
No,
privates-
that's not legal. It's a W. You have to use this one.
Oh, you do have to use it?
It was a W. You can't upgrade a straight city with
Oh,
a
it was
W.
just straight. I forgot I put straight there. That was dumb. Should have done something different.
Did the privates pay button happen?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes, everything's
Oh,
paid.
okay.
yeah.
So
I got-
could've only
I
had
got a
one.
little bit of money.
Right.
We'll spend the money. We will run trains. I've been looking at this for a while to see what the best, most efficient way to do this is. I think we can run 1, 2, 3, whatever. This game's cool. We'll run for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 6 is 14. 14 and 7 is 21.
That's a good amount of money.
It's okay.
21
we'll
pays. Car goes
pay.
up to 100.
It doesn't suck.
I would like to buy this private in for $140.
Would you like to lay the Tasmania or be forced imminently to lay the Tasmania?
Given that I'm not invested in the VR, I'll be forced imminently in
Very
case
good.
the 5 doesn't get bought this time around. But oh no, you have
But
$500.
I
in
have
your thing.
$660, so it's.
I'll
gonna
make you
buy.
lay your track first, which is fine with me.
Okay. So VR is up. VR will upgrade this to a K and token K City for 40. And then it runs 30, 80, 120, 170. It'll pay that out. And I don't think this guy's running again, so it'll buy a 5. Does want a 5 plus? 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't need a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it'll just buy a regular old 5.
That kills my private. I am
Yes.
disappointed.
All privates are dead.
And I gotta squeeze off a train, right?
And I think because you didn't buy the cactus, not that you really care about the cactus thing, because you're at way on the east, but that
Yeah,
benefit's gone too.
that was a poorly planned private purchase.
Things happen.
Here.
What's
Jolly good, sir. VR moved up.
They're both done.
So
Or has
The
it?
VR.
Yeah, they're both done.
Yeah, so the next up is NSW.
all right.
I like that you
So
use the actual names, and I still don't know who it is. Like, oh, okay, yeah,
Those guys.
those guys.
You man.
So I shall make that upgrade. I guess I'll wait to see what happens. So I've got a 3 train, so 40, 70, 90, and then a 4+ train for 40 is 130, plus 30 is 160, plus 20 is 180, plus 40 is 220,
Plus 50 for the bonus, so
plus
270.
270. All right.
Very nice.
Where is 27? Not 28. 27. There we go. And what am I going to do? I guess I'll pay out for now.
Seems good.
Hangout seems good.
I'm liking these jaunty shares you got there, Ian.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
All right, next up is the QR.
Guys read them like this.
You just gotta read them slightly to the side. The
Slightly to the side.
QR. Are we in Browns?
Mhm.
Well, all right. Okay.
Like what the heck is going on in this game?
All right,
That
yeah,
happened.
that's an interesting thing that happened.
That seems like a good token.
And then yeah, I got $40 for a token. And then I have a 4+, which will run K to K. And then a 3, which I think is maybe just like around here. Unless, what is that? That's 9, 11. This is 7, 10. So 11. Okay. I'll start with the 11, because 11 is a smaller number. 6, 9, 11, 15, 20 more, so 31. I'm going to pay it out. I'm going to move forward. That is all at this time.
All right. So last is the WA. Oh, decisions.
All
WA
done.
will build up here. WA has a 3 train, a pitiful 3 train that it will run for the same amount. Or actually went brown. So 60, 70, 130. Not 740, as much as we may enjoy that. So 130, what is that? 320 with a loan is 420. We'll pay it out and take a loan. But we'll immediately spend that 100 to exchange our GAN discount for a GAN train.
I've procured you a loan.
So we moved up to 70, we moved back to 50, and then we will buy over the 4+ from VR for 189.
Okay. Things happened.
Wait, not the 4+. The 5. Because it needs the permanent.
$50 correct?
Sorry?
Is $50 the correct final value for that guy?
Correct final value, yes. And we're in the SR, and priority deal is James.
All right. Let's see. So I don't have. What is my current stock price? 80. So if I want to start 600, so I need two.
Oh man, there's 3 more companies to start.
Right. Yeah. I'm just thinking. I need 275.
There's so many companies.
One of them is gated.
There's 2 more companies to start.
Right now, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I need $275. And how much are Bank of England shares?
They have gone up significantly since you bought them. They are now 120.
Right. So 120 plus 2, 160 is 280. Okay. That works. So I will sell.
Sell.
I will sell one Bank of England, and I will also set is what
120.
120.
20 around 120. Take money, and then I will sell. That company car kind of in the same. So, and how much the car shares are worth 100? So I guess I'll dump both of my car shares.
Car falls down 1 to 90.
I enjoy that this was a super fast game and people are doing a lot of stuff.
There's stuff to do.
Yeah, it's I mean, you play Chesapeake and you're like, it's fast, and I run good and I sell.
Where did this 3 get pinched off?
Yeah.
They actually get removed from the game in this one.
It got
market in this one.
It got sloughed off.
Bye, 3 train. It was nice knowing you.
Indeed.
I mean, maybe it was nice. I don't know.
So the federal is here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And where is the South Australian Railway?
Yeah.
Right here.
The car is?
Yeah.
Where
the K, yes, where the car is with the K. Mm-hmm.
And it's reserved, right?
It's reserved.
Yeah, you can't knock out. Only the com is the one that has like the flippers.
The flippers?
Flippers.
Right. And
man, no one's built a Wagga Wagga yet.
The potential to do that.
Wagga Wagga.
So what the heck? I will start the SAR. Come on.
There you go.
At 100.
And I will par at 100.
There you go.
All right.
Right on.
So I will.
Good director's share for you.
200.
Dave, what you starting?
I think we do. I'm gonna sell these 2 QR shares.
Ah, the precious QR.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's precious.
That's all right.
$180.
That's all right.
180. Take that cheddar. And I'm gonna start the FT stinks so much, but I want the com. If the 6 train is bought, the com operates if like its par price is like
just in order.
Yeah, but it doesn't like if it's past, like say we're running the companies that are down lower on the market, It doesn't
Next
like
OR.
jump back up to the com, right? It has to
No,
be like it
next
would have.
OR.
Yeah. Okay. Fudge. I need the money now, so I gotta start this piece of crap. And we'll start that at 100. That was pretty heavily telegraphed by the selling of shares.
All
So
right.
I'll put the SAR on top of the NZ underneath the VER.
Ian. Ian, you're muted.
How about now? I just keep talking.
Now that works.
All right. I bought a bank share because I love banks.
Sweet. I'm gonna buy a $50 WA because holy crap.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad move.
Not a bad move.
Next.
I could buy one of
So-
those.
Yep.
So I will
But the
buy a
bank,
share.
man, the Bank of England.
South Australian. There we go.
All right. I'm sure you and Dave are just flipping.
I'm eventually gonna have to make a move, but yeah, I'm gonna flip this time.
Ian.
I'm gonna buy another bank.
All right.
I will buy. So I have 198. It's enough probably for 2 more shares of what? 4 and a 3, 4 and a 3. Oh, there's only one company with a permanent right now.
Yeah, it's yours.
Who has a cash position? QR, not a horrible cash position.
I'm fine.
And 770 in the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll buy QR. Back to James.
All right. I will buy a SAR.
I feel like I'm doing all right. I don't know if I'm doing okay. I'm not doing as bad as other games, so I feel like that's all right. That's okay.
Dave, what'd you do?
FT.
Ian.
I got one more Bank of England, baby.
Nice. I'll take one as well. James.
I shall buy an SAR.
I'm on auto pass.
Are you at the cert limit?
No way. It's actually kind of high if no companies are in receivership. Right now it's at 17.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Back to Dave.
Like me, I'm by NT.
I am also on auto pass.
So I guess I'll buy my last share of the SAR.
Oh, but Dave's.
I'm gonna buy a VZ. VR.
I'm on auto pass. Ian, are you on auto pass?
Oh yeah, $17. I don't have to do anything.
Okay, James.
And I have, let's see, that much money. Shoot. And we've got a bunch of these fancy new companies. Where's the fancy new companies? The Federal, and what was the other one besides me? Is that what those?
Yeah,
SAR
that's
is
just those
here.
two.
FT is here.
Right. And the Federal. What the heck? I'm not even there yet. I don't care. This company sucks anyway. So I'm going to sell a share of my New South Wales.
Falls to 70.
For
You
an
get
awesome
$80.
Get 80.
80. Yes, that's and then whoops, not 800. And then what the heck? I'll buy a share of the what is it? The Federal's going to be there. The Victoria should be. I'll buy a share of the. What? No, the train. The Victoria only has a 4 train. I'll buy a share of the Federal Territory.
It hasn't floated yet. Do you want to help Dave float?
Sure, why not?
I mean, is
Okay,
Dave gonna
Wow.
float it?
Yes. Well, he was planning on
I
selling
will
one of
eventually float
but
it.
now he gets an extra dividend for it.
I think I helped him out
Yeah.
too much. Well, fine.
All right.
Uh,
So FT is here. It goes in here. Dave, you can retain priority now too.
Yeah, it's really powerful.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth trashing a share for that.
Mm. Yeah. Oh well.
I thought you were gonna buy VR because it's paying out twice, or WA because it only costs 50 and it has 2 permanents. But
Oh, I should have. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention. So,
because these new guys don't run the first time.
Hey, when it comes back around, just sell it and buy the new one.
well, the war has a permanent and a GAN train. Yeah, I probably should have. But oh well.
Yeah, I mean you can just sell it and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong, and you can still buy 2
1,
WAs.
2,
I mean
3,
the WA
4.
is never getting dumped. It has
You have one too many stars in your hand. Also, you have 7 stars, and one of them is president
Wait,
director.
1,
Share.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, haha. And the SAR is what here? Poof. Just
I think you took 2 because you had. Did you have how much money did you have? You can
he
check
had
how
about
many-
he had the right amount of money. I
I
think
had
he just
645.
I think I think he just accidentally took 2 shares.
Sorry, I just need to think about this for a minute. Am I okay with this?
4, 5.
Uh,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll pass. See what happens when it comes back around.
Ian
I'm not doing
passes.
anything. I'm willing
I
to just
pass.
watch this
James.
whole thing burn down.
James, do you want to correct the woes?
The woes?
You have the
Yeah.
chance to fix the
You have a
errors of the
chance to fix
past.
history.
Sure, I
Set-
will correct that.
Set history
So-
correct.
So what does that get? Put
So
the federal back in.
Yeah, you sell
It
the
drops
blue.
the federal one, and then you can buy whatever you want.
So the federal is there,
Federal is there. Car on top. There you go.
and the West Australian.
It's whatever.
The
Is
walk costs 50.
Okay,
that the good
sure.
one? Okay.
Well, I guess we'll see.
I do apologize. I'm gonna extend the stock round quite a bit now. I'm gonna sell a car.
50.
I'm gonna wander away for a minute.
Yeah, I don't think Ian's gonna be affected by any of this.
Nah, I don't have
It's just
anything.
gonna be
You guys are
everybody
doing
else.
like weird stuff. Focus
and I'm
this
gonna
up on
take.
you guys.
I'm gonna buy
can.
a. Sorry, I did that, and I'm gonna also sell. I'll sell VR. Wait, fudge. Oh, it's $100 share. Yeah, it's $100 share. And I'm gonna buy a SAR.
So me next, I guess. So buy this West Australian.
You have $25.
No, he auto he
Oh, you auto paid?
prepaid.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
had 75.
Okay.
And now, but now I'm out of money.
I'm gonna buy another SAR.
Ian passes. I pass back to James.
$25, so I'm gonna pass.
All right.
I still 2 SARs.
Oh, you bought them and then dumped them?
I don't know why he bought 2. Didn't really matter.
Oh, it didn't matter. You're right. No, it might matter. The thing is, oh yeah, fudge.
You sell them
Yeah,
one
it
at a
didn't
time.
matter.
You made it
It didn't
cheaper.
matter.
You made it cheaper for the rest of us to buy market shares.
Yeah,
I forgot that it doesn't. I forgot that you sell in blocks.
You
is what
sell
happens
one,
to
and then
people
when it
who
comes back around to you, you sell the other one.
Yeah.
You miss out on a little bit of money, but if that's how
I
you have
mean-
to do it in a
No,
Lonnie
that's
game.
fine. I'm gonna do it that way. I'm gonna
You
sell one.
really
I forgot
gotta
that you don't double.
drag it out because he doesn't want stock values going down.
No, because I care about the company operating order. All this is
Oh,
about
okay.
operating order.
I
It's
see.
not about value. Or else I
Ah,
wouldn't be wasting people's time. Trust me. I don't want to waste people's time. I'm gonna buy a.
That's pretty much all I do.
Spend 100.
All right,
Wait,
pass,
isn't there an
pass.
FT? Wait, shouldn't there be an FT in the bank pool?
Yes, there should.
So I'm gonna pay $90 for that one because I think it got put back on the stack.
Okay. Back to James. Do you still pass?
Yes.
Sell the other SAR.
All right, SAR falls below car. I'll figure that out. Ian passes, I pass, James passes.
Well, I'm gonna buy a share, but then I'm gonna pass. Well, I mean, I have $100, so I'm gonna buy a share and then that's it. I did not sell the NSW, and the NSW now has a partner, so I'll buy a $70 NSW out of the bank pool, and I'm done.
Okay, Ian has priority.
Okay.
Okay, I assume nothing is sold out.
Not
Yep,
after
'cause
that. Not
somehow-
after that, like Friday Night Massacre.
I don't know how the Wadden gets sold out at $50 a share with 2 permanents.
I
Y'all are
would have bought
crazy.
one, but I had to buy these bank shares, man.
Okay,
I have $31. Trust me, I wanted it.
BOE pays 200
Yes.
a
Oh yeah,
share,
there's that money.
and first to operate is the FT.
He will take a loan, so we'll go back 3 altogether.
My
I'll
boy.
hit the spend money. Oh, you gotta. Oh, that's annoying. I wish there was like a $100 spend money button.
Yeah.
So he has $1,100.
That will get you your loan
Take
marker
that.
because that's what I love to do. There you go.
It starts.
It starts
starts
here
on
on the
this one?
green. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, upgrade
Press
VR's
that.
home.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like the rational thing to do is upgrade and token it.
Yeah, it's a
What's left?
W.
Just
W.
oh,
I think a W is the only allowed one with this
yeah,
orientation.
yeah. This is the wrong. That's the wrong bendy. So we'll spend $40 on that. And then we will buy 2 5 trains.
Boom. So that's 1,040. So you're left with 60. All right, and VR is up. So the VR, let's see, if it runs this, it's going to be, if it upgrades, it'll be 60, 70, 100, 120, 180, 230. 330 is thank God enough. Okay, so it's going to upgrade its home. And it runs a 4+ from here to here, 70, 150, or wait, did I count it right? 70, 100, 120, 180, yeah, 230. And it'll withhold and take a loan falling back 1, 2, 3, and buy a 6 train rusting the 3s. Yeah. So that is that. It's gonna get 330, take money, and what does a 6+ cost?
60.
All right, it gets a 6 train.
It's a 660, isn't it?
How much did you
Yeah.
run that for?
230.
Okay.
Hang on, don't put it up there yet. Let him pay for the train first.
I'm moving mine.
Oh, okay.
Because if he can run for 230, so can I. Unless a token happens. Right?
Well, you'll probably be able to upgrade it.
I'm
On
gonna.
the car.
We'll see what happens.
Next up is the car.
I will upgrade the car's home. I think. Reasonable. These back, and then we shall run down the coast with our 4 train. I'll put this back. 6, 7, 11. 11 and 7 is 18. Plus 5 is 23. That is this guy. We'll pay it out. Go forward. And buy a 5 train across for $19.
Done. Next up is the SAR, newly minted.
All right, so
Its home is the K tile.
right. Shadow. There we are. All right, and this is a stop.
Yeah, it's a full city stop.
Yeah,
full
it's like
station stop.
a equivalent of a red off board essentially.
But it's a $50 stop.
Yeah,
It's a $50 stop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's not nothing.
Tasmania don't suck.
Apparently.
Question is, do I want to connect it? I probably should. Oh, well, we don't have any. Oh, we do have a straight city.
The question is, do you want to connect to Tasmania or do you want to token the K? Probably.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah.
the SAR. I can't open
You
over
can lay
here.
two yellow track.
What? You can lay 2 yellow track.
Yeah,
Oh,
yellow,
yeah,
yellow, boom.
Yeah.
Token,
Right, which
whatever.
which
what
gives
is
me
that?
yeah.
Melbourne.
Okay, so I see.
Melbourne. Oops, I missed that. Just kind of slide
Not
those
about
back in.
that. So come on. There we go. And the
It's 40.
40.
Yeah.
Okay.
That first one's 40.
And probably screw myself
That'll
over.
get ya.
So
That's how they get you.
And you're falling back to,
Oops.
to 70. I got you.
I just let you do everything.
And I will buy this 6+ train for 660. If only I could had enough money left. It's 800. Was it 800? No, 800. Yeah, I can't quite afford that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So
Wait, what? What 800?
The 8 trains.
The diesel. The 8.
Oh, yeah.
The 8 is 800, and you can trade in a 4 at 300 discount to a
Huh.
diesel.
What a steal.
all I need is $800 in the company.
You're almost there.
Both
Yeah.
of them break the 4 though. It's not. Yeah. Either purchase will break the 4.
Correct. All right. So next up is NSW. So you run back to back, James.
Okay, so
I should have withheld last time, like 20, 30 minutes ago. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered.
Just take more loans and make your BOE shares worth.
I'm gonna go. I'm
amounts.
gonna go into receivership probably.
That's kind of what I'm thinking where I'm going to end
Well.
up with this company because
You have until the next stock round before the 8's going to break, I think.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just run it for a while.
And
and hope for the
you're
best.
getting the comm, so I think you're going to be okay.
You might, yeah. Well, you're going to
So
have one.
You will
very
buy
easy train.
over the 4 and trade it in with the comm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then. All right.
And then figure it out.
Figure it out.
Take some loans,
Take some loans,
Plan for that. You have 3 ORs. I mean, plan
So
for it.
one thing. So actually, legitimately, one thing you can do, if you can plan it out, which might be a little tricky. One fun thing you can do is you can have, if 2 of your companies have a GON, and you have 1 permanent train, you run the GONs, you pay out, and you trade the permanent train back and forth until you can do something else.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
Okay.
But you don't usually do that with a D because the D runs so well. So maybe your version of it's a little different because it's D.
and I think this here.
And that is like a legit, like that can be a winning strategy to buy you some time. Like you can win by doing the juggle and then like eventually like take a couple loans and then get that other permanent. Like that can be a winning strategy.
What are we? So is it 60 and 60 is 120 plus 10 is 130 plus 30 is 160, 190. How are you getting $200? Oh, it was K to K. So it's 240.
Yeah, it should be 10 more than what I run, so it should be 240. Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. So let's put myself go back to 240. So let's see here.
Please gauge change.
800.
It's here.
Yep. Correct. You're right.
And then there's one already there.
About buying a train. Let's see, 240. If I withhold, putting me at 320.
It's hilarious. It's a small map, but it's not uncommon for this section of the map to not have a track laid on it. Like sometimes somebody will make like a gone route across like the Queensland, but I've played half of my games no development here. So it's a small map and you don't even use like maybe a fifth of it. It's just so dense in the other way and you have so much track fight. It's great. The roster is pretty brutal because there's only one of each brown tile. It's great map track thing.
I love this
So
game.
the West starts, sorry, so the New South Wales withholds and moves back. Already moved back.
Okay.
I can't say it's my favorite like 00 game because I like the other 00 games so much. So it's like in my top probably 10 if not 15.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's like my fourth favorite 00.
And wait a minute.
Every other game in my top 10 is a 00.
One,
Or a Lonnie game, the greater like the
not
union
quite.
of those two.
what are you up to over here?
Me?
Oh, this is QR. Okay, QR is operating. I was like,
You are. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
That's I'm the QR, right? Okay.
Yeah, you are the QR.
I don't know any of the names.
The green one.
Yes. Okay, I am green. Yes. So then I run one for $1 more than the previous company,
250.
having one for more dollars, $1 more than the other one. So I'm going to pay out on 250, but I'm also going to take a loan. So I go back
Very good,
a
sir.
net 1.
Paid out 250, net 1.
So you go back to 60. All right. Good for the WAD operate. Are you done, Ian?
Yeah.
All right. So
What
we'll lay this. Y is gonna start its turn by taking a loan, dropping to 30, and it's gonna spend that money immediately on a token. It's a pretty important token for
Yes, it is.
to go right here.
Yep.
And it will run a 5 and a 2. So it's going to run a 5 as a K to K route for 60, 70, 110, plus 70 is 180, so 230. And then it's going to run a gone from here to here for another 80. So 270 plus 80 is 350.
That doesn't suck.
And it pays out. And we are in the next OR. OR2, and we're still in brown, so it's still a 200 payout
I got it.
for the BOE. Miss, yeah, you.
Yeah. No, I got
Mr.
I got the
5
bank.
BOE shares. You got the bank. Car is leading the pack at 90.
Sweet. What do I want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5. Yeah, I mean, even if it lets the car out, they can do it anyway. Let's upgrade the K because let's make more money.
Money's good.
What am I running? What am I running again? I'm running a 4 and a 5. I actually have 2 trains. So is there like a little loop-de-loop track I can do to hit more stuff? I should have laid this the other way. I had different plans a couple hours ago.
You can fix it now with a K.
I can go down here. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4 with the. Yeah, okay. Let's do the K. Yeah, let's do the K. Because if I do the K, I can run 2K routes, which is like 4 Ks if I count correctly.
Yeah, it's a lot of Ks.
So many Ks. So many Ks.
Okay, so the 5 train runs 1, 2, 3, 4 inefficiently because
You need the 5 to do this gauge because you have a 4.
Oh
a
yeah,
4.
1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Thank you. I don't know why I'm counting wrong. I'm counting hex trains. 4 goes for 6, 7, 11, 14, 25. I'm just gonna mark that because math.
That's
and
hard.
then the other train runs 6, 10,
21.
16, 21. 25,
46.
21, 46. That doesn't suck.
Not at all.
I think we'll pay that out. Given that not a lot of people own those shares other than me. I hate how the back of these are the London thing. Whatever. The SAR.
All right.
I'm gonna go get a drink because I have a couple minutes.
So the SAR right now?
Yeah.
The SAR's up.
Okay. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would make a nice route. So
That's a 9 right now, I think, because of all these gauge changes. Oh, but you want to go up? You want to go to Tasmania, is what you were saying?
Oh, this is 2-phase. Which am I on? Am I on the pink or the?
Just look for these little tokens here. Every time you cross one of those, you have to change
Right.
gauge.
Oh, so that I couldn't even do what I was contemplating anyway.
But if you upgraded this Tasmania, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That includes a K to K bonus and a Tasmania tile if you upgrade this tile to connect to Tasmania.
Oh, you mean like this? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So this would be
X, yeah.
an X. Where do we have an X? Is there an X? All right. So,
All right.
because I thought that 6 train was going to be at least something for somebody. So let's see. 50 plus 30 is 80, plus 60 is 140, 150, 190.
Oh wait, I forgot. You have a 6+, right?
Yeah,
No,
it is a plus.
Oh, you just didn't flip it. Okay, I thought you had a plus. All right, good.
I just couldn't forgot what the keyboard thing was.
F for flip.
F for flip. There we go. Wait.
80, 140, 150, 190, 220, 280, 330.
Wahoo!
SAR
Finally.
runs for 3. I'm going to put it on the thing.
Okay, thank you. And I will pay out. What the heck?
All right, moves up to 80. All done?
Yeah.
You run again, NSW.
All right, NSW. So I got this 4 train. Let's see. What would it take to? Are the diesels available?
They are available, yes. So you
Let's see.
If you were trading in a 4, the diesel costs 800. The 8 also costs 800, but they always cost 800.
Right. So I'm just thinking. So if I run for 24, that would give me, and withheld, that would give me $560, which is not enough because that would require 3 loans, and that would put me straight to receivership.
And
you can only voluntarily take 1 loan.
Oh, right. Right. So that's what I'm saying. I can't do it.
You take 1 loan at a time. I mean, you run and withhold and then take a loan. And you drop back 3 spots. And then you're like, well, I guess I better run forward next time. Because...
Right. Because then I'd be at 30. Well, 30.
Right, running and withholding. If you run, withhold, and take a loan, you lose 3 spots. Which means it's real hard to take another loan.
Right.
When you're like 6 spaces away from receivership.
Mm-hmm. So...
Playing a dangerous game.
Yes, exactly. Or eventually somebody's going to buy an 8 and rest my 4, and I'll be screwed anyway.
Yeah, probably.
So 1. What the heck? I will. Who cares? This company's toast anyway. So I will withhold. I will withhold. Go back 3 spaces. Take a loan, helping out all you Bank of England people.
Mostly me.
So you get another 100.
Shaz a little bit, me a lot.
Yeah, mostly. Very, very much Ian. The savvy investor.
All right. So
Those have picked up a 50% increase in value since I bought them.
All right. Actually, we're up here. FT. Dave, you're muted.
Thank you. I'm going to upgrade. Nobody bought a D yet, so I'm going to upgrade this to brown. Is there any browns left? No, there's no browns left. Oh, there are.
That doesn't go there.
That doesn't go there. It's a K.
Nope.
Yeah, that's it for that. That's it for that.
I would have done that, but I can't.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Wagga Wagga.
God damn, Wagga Wagga. I might as well go up and around in case I eventually can do something creative because.
Yeah, you could go. You could like start laying a potential game. It's not that far.
Yeah, you build 2 track at a time. Pretty cool. Then we'll run for 12, 13, 25. The K to K with the gauge change in the middle. I am this one, 25. And we'll pay it out.
Hey, moves up to 70. Okay. So the VR has a 6 and a 4 plus. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus can do that. 6 can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will include this, or we can start double ooing and get our oo on. So we'll lay that double O. We have another yellow. I think we'll just ignore. Maybe this is useful at some point. Nah, I can't think of how that'd be useful. So it'll run a 6 from this green up to here. So that's 90, 100, 170, 230, 280, and then it'll run a 4 plus the other K. So 280, 340, 370, 390, 430, 480.
That's not a small number.
That seems pretty good.
480 pays, moves up here. And I think the WA is the only one that hasn't run yet.
That checks out, I think.
All right, so
Yeah.
the WA will upgrade this so that it's gone as a better fellow. And it still runs, so it runs a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 60, 70, 110, 140, 220, 270, and then it actually is going to run its gone from home and loop through to go up. So that's going to be another 100 now. I forgot what this was. Oh, actually, yeah. Actually, yeah, that's right. So 100, 160, 170, 180, 240, 260, 310. Why is it less? Did I miscount, guys?
Did you then also add the gone in on top of it?
60, 70, 110, 140, 200, 220, 270, 370. There we go.
Plus your gone?
We can do math. The gone was the extra 100.
Oh.
I'll make an assumption there.
All right. Yes, paying out. Did you move me up?
I
did.
I didn't
Okay.
move anything.
I did.
Okay. Last OR, or did someone already move this track? No, that's
I
got to be
didn't
last
touch it.
OR. Yeah,
It's gotta
this
be,
is last.
yeah.
I will pay the bank.
So we are still, we're still paying 200.
Okay.
And the car is the lead company. Those shares are juicy.
Yeah. I hope they stay that way. I guess I only have 4 of them. I wish I had more. I'm just looking around a little bit here. I don't think there's anything really clever to do. I guess I can start helping my other friend with his potential gone route. This doesn't upgrade. I don't care about that. Sorry, I'm just processing. Can't go through there. Yep, we're gonna help out our friend. Well, this game is I forget, is it permissive or semi-restrictive?
Fully permissive.
Yeah. We get to do the
Whatever you
collusion
want.
track. The collusion track. It's this one. I can't run on that new track, but government doesn't care. I don't think I should just count it. So the 4 runs like this, and then the 5 runs like that. So this is 6, 7, 11. 11 to 9 is 20. 25 for the first train, and then 6, 10, And 5 is 15, and 5 is 20, so 45. How come I lost $1? That doesn't make any sense. Did we count it wrong last time? 6, 7, 14, 20. It's 25. And then 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, 62. It should be 50. It should be 47. Payout. Moving on.
Sometimes it's tough to do math right.
I mean, I work for a company that, does math for people because I don't like to do math.
The SAR is up.
All right. So I guess I'll just Do you have any?
This can go brown.
That can go brown, so I'll make that
Yeah,
brown.
because it only has one.
Which is what, $10 more than last time?
$10 more.
So I run for 34. And I pay it out.
All
And
right,
then-
SAR moves up to 90. FT is up.
Oh, I'm gonna come back and see how bad things are in just a minute.
Dave, you're up with FT.
Oh, sorry. FT. Yeah, gone route. Gentle, straight city. We run 4. I think we ran for last time. 6, 12, 12, and 8 is 20, 25. Pick it up and drop it. Payout. Go forward. Does anybody have FT shares in their hand?
No.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Sure, we'll take a loan. Actually, I don't want the game to end, so I'm not going to take a loan. I'm going to have to take 2 loans in order to make the whole gone worth it, so we'll figure out later if that's worth it. I'm good. Pass.
Okay, then VR is up. Loan 12, eh? We're a little far away from 16.
I mean, a little. Well, you probably want the game to end.
Yeah, I think I want the game to end now. I don't think I want it to go much further. So VR is going to take a loan and token here.
Hey, buddy. Welcome to Canberra.
And it'll upgrade this 00. And it runs a 4+ from here to here for 60 plus 90 is 150. That's 200. And then it runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was 200. So this is 290, 330, 340, 400, 440, 490.
Okay, where'd you run that 6-4?
K to 00 through the other K.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
And next up is QR.
As a tragedy, it got tokened out. The worst thing that could ever happen.
It will get, if you get lucky, you can get the 3-slot gray in there.
Yeah.
There's a keyword in there.
Is it
Or you
lucky?
can pay $100 to go around. Yeah.
I can pay $100 to go around, and I'm already working
Oh
on
wait,
it.
this is at 60 because I took a loan.
I'm trying the exact opposite of what I usually do when I play this game this time, and I don't think it's going to work, but it is fun trying it at least.
It seems pretty good. Also, what Ian's doing is very good.
Yeah.
He got heavily into the BOE, and the BOE shot up like a rocket.
I'm waiting for that
Yeah.
to pay off here at the end of the game somehow. Oh, it should have less money in there.
Calm, which doesn't suck.
Yeah, you guys keep saying
Yeah.
that, and then I got to figure out how to turn starting that company into another thing, and I'm not entirely sure how to do it. So I'm gonna have you guys walk me through it, because walk me through saving myself.
Well, you're in trouble now because
Yeah.
James decided to withhold.
Yeah, no, I figured at some point I was actually gonna be in a position where I was so bad off that I was gonna probably end up paying you $100 for your share, because you still own one of mine. Which is kind of where I expect to be at the end of the game here, is holding a bunch of Bank of England and just hoping for the
Yeah.
best. So I think kind of at this point, I'm just gonna run it.
So if that's the case,
Yeah.
then what you want to be doing is laying tokens on nice cities, because those tokens are going to then pay BOE dividends.
Yeah, the problem
So
is
if you
okay.
don't care about this money, then
Mhm.
you should, if you have no plans on getting a permanent, then what a dying company needs to do is take loans and lay tokens.
Well, there aren't a ton of like good cities. So
Well, this 00 is good. I mean,
Yeah.
we just start upgrading the 00.
yeah. All right, so then that's a good point. I might as well do that. Whatever. This money, as you have made an excellent point. Turn somebody else's money into my money. I'll upgrade that,
Are you
and then I will upgrade that, and then also put a token in there.
And how do you want it to? Do you want it to connect this way, or do you want it to
I
not
don't want to connect to anybody. Forget you guys.
Yeah, that seems
Actually,
about right.
But yeah, I mean, either way, if you put it the other way, it means whoever comes out here isn't going to go straight into the K because you blocked off you can't connect the two dots.
Oh,
But
you're right. Actually, this is
that's a hostile lay.
This is a more hostile lay, because it means that once it goes brown, it doesn't
Oops.
connect to the K.
Sorry. Okay, I got my token. I see.
That's a good point.
Okay. All right. That's advanced. That's advanced thinking.
Advanced ooh. That's the class in advanced ooh.
That is an advanced ooh.
Ooh, 202.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll offer it again next fall. It's fine.
Yeah, because there's no
Take it
more
then.
brown Ks. Because I was running on these, and everything was great, and then I didn't have to worry about this garbage one up here. But then I lost that one. So, is it more to run K to K, even though I've got these two crap cities, or is it better to run in here with the good stuff? Right.
So what was your K to K route? How much did that?
This was like 25, right? But that's gone.
It's still going to be better K to K, I'm pretty sure.
So that's what, 9, 11, 15, 20? Well, yeah, you get what you get. I'll pay it out, and then I'll take a loan.
All right. Boom. Those shares are now worth 210 apiece. All right.
Boy.
QR has run. The WA is up.
The QR kind of needs to die now.
So the WA will.
I mean, I got $100 to give to Shaz, so that's kind of where I'm at.
It can't possibly die before
this can never go. Yeah, this can never go brown.
Yeah, no, like it is safe for the moment.
So I guess the WA can upgrade this. Doesn't super duper want to. So it's 5 runs, 60, 70, 110 plus 140, 230 is 280. So it's 380. So just 10 more. $380 pays out. It will. Yeah, I don't want to get token out there. So it actually took a loan and to token the K. And it is maxed out. 5 loans. We are at 15 loans. If there is one more loan taken, game end has triggered.
Score.
All right, so WA is done. And
So
last up, NSW.
Is this a port exit?
Yeah, it's a port.
Can I track that way?
So
You can lay track that way.
So the last company, if he takes a loan this round,
The game ends.
the game just ends. We don't even hit a stock market.
Yeah.
We don't even hit a stock round. The game is just over.
The game just over.
That's amazing. Because do you complete a set when you take 15 loans, or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so any endgame condition, you finish the current set, or if it happened during an SR, you complete that set.
Okay. So this is. So James has the option of deciding whether or not the game ends.
Yes.
No, I think we should-
Correct.
Because if he runs,
Play it.
he'll go forward, and then he can take a loan and trigger the end of the game, and we can just score it up. Or he can.
Well, he set himself up to withhold trade in because the loan doesn't get him there.
Right.
So
I
I don't
understand.
know why he would end the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
that
don't.
is it.
I don't think he should do that either. But he does have that option.
He does have that option.
I'm not saying he
So-
should open the door on the submarine, but he totally can if he wants to.
I will definitely upgrade my 4 to a D.
So you run
I
and
So
withhold.
you run withhold, falls back to 20,
Yeah.
upgrades
this
the 4 to a D, and the 4s rust.
Yes.
and Ian sweats a little bit, so that feels good.
He's just doing a little bit of sweatsies.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Not my problem.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see whose problem it is here in a minute.
And I'm at the ragged edge of.
I flipped these all
why
over.
did all the tokens flip? Oh,
All right. So walk me
All
through. Walk me through a hypothetical situation here. All right. I start this.
So let me tell you the first thing you want to do is
Yeah.
sell as many QR as you possibly can,
Right.
which is 2. That's for sure. That is under no circumstances do you not want to do that.
Okay. So let me.
I mean, if you want to turn the comm into the sacrificial lamb, you should keep the QR.
That is fair.
I'm not saying that's the way to go. The QR has better tokens, but the comm is just going to have the capital and less shenanigans to make it run profitable. So if you want fast money, it might be the comm.
That's actually fair because the comm is actually probably better because he can float it up to 6 and sell. Well, he can't sell 4 because we're going to steal it. So it's a bit of a decision. It's a bit of a decision.
So let me work through this real slow, because this is hard for my brain, especially
Yes.
going into the end of the second day. All right, I get the comm and I retain 50% of it or enough to be the director into the OR. Okay, I have nothing to shuffle with the QR, so that means the comm will presumably go first and buy a train of some
800.
of some type for 800. Okay, that leaves me with
Falls back to 90.
yeah.
Yes.
200.
Yeah, it leaves me with 200. Okay.
Yes.
Now, this other.
I see what you mean.
Right. So I fall back. I have $200 and an 8 train. At some point, my other company comes around, probably near the end of the order, because it will have fallen because I may have sold at least one share to get into the directorship.
Yeah. So it falls back to 30.
Yeah. Okay. I now have an 8
Advisable.
train and $590 combined between the two companies.
Yes.
Which means that at some point, under the best of circumstances, there will be an emergency fundraising.
Yes. The question is, do you want to exchange better share value and keep the COM alive, or do you want to have somewhat better tokens and keep the QR alive? The COM gets Adelaide and Sydney.
So the question is, which company do I want to kill, right?
There's another
Yes.
there's one more wrinkle
Yes.
that might help you.
Yes.
I
do none of those.
I have no idea how to really think this through because it's kind of getting complicated. But what if you buy an 8 train and a Gon in the COM and then buy the 8 train across, and then you at least have something to run while you juggle? Does that change the math? It's a little brutal.
It's a little.
He currently can't run a Gon, but he's not that far off. He should be able to finagle
He can
it.
probably yellow track run a Gon. Like,
Yeah.
assuming that
he could upgrade this 00 and then
Right.
connect into here to run a Gon with either.
Right.
Oh, you could. Yeah, you buy the 8 train. You do the thing. You buy the 8 train and a Gon, and then you buy the Gon in the other company, and then you trade the 8 train back and forth.
So you have a Gon in both.
Yeah.
However, the problem is he's teetering next to receivership. He doesn't
Right.
have.
But as long as you run the Gon,
You're always
as long as you
paying
don't
out.
withhold, you
Actually,
pay out.
you got the thing.
You got the thing.
I got
You
the.
got, you got the thing.
I got the. What's the thing? The magic.
You got the thing.
Gon
The
trade,
magic
the Gon
thing.
trade, or the Gon trade back and forth thing.
You just have an 800 train that doesn't do anything ever.
And I run a 2E.
lose
Okay.
But you don't lose a shit ton of shares.
Right. Okay.
And the
All right.
thing is, and you know, doing this is not long-term profitable for you. Like, other people are going to be making more revenue than you.
Yeah.
But all you have to do to solve that problem is take a loan, and then we just see what happens at the end of the OR. Because Shaz's income and my income are probably going to take over your income. But if you can just end the game, it might not matter.
Right. So then the issue is I just need to lay. I actually have to be able to run the Gon to make the money though, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be running. The COM is going to start here and here.
Okay.
And you know where the Queensland is. Like, it's your problem.
Right. But I can't run the COM out of here. I gotta run it out of this one. And go up the side here, right?
Oh, because the COM will be tokened out from.
Because the COM's gonna be tokened out. I have tokened out the COM.
The COM does have if it takes you an extra OR to connect in the route, the COM can fall back a couple more times before it dies.
The COM can take its sweet time moving back.
As long as the QR cannot take its sweet time.
The QR cannot take its sweet time. Right. So that's a problem with the QR. Oh, but it doesn't matter because.
The QR will connect because it has this token, so it just upgrades that and then upgrades that.
Yeah.
It does 2 upgrades, and Dave was working on this. Is that what was going on?
I'd stop investing in that given the situation, but at least it's mostly built.
Right.
Because I don't think the time is going to work out such that I'm going to get a Gon anymore. But I mean, you gotta see how it plays out. I think you have a strong position.
All right, well then we'll do all of those things that you said, because I'm sure that all makes a lot of sense. So here we go. Part at 100.
It's not a winning position. It's gonna be a lot of fun to play out on your side.
Yeah. Okay, so I part at 200 at 100.
Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have room for 5 more. I'm going to buy an IPO car for 100.
Seems a good idea.
That seems like a good deal.
Can't argue with that one.
James.
No, how much cash do I have? $647. And an IPO car does indeed appear to be
100.
Nice.
Yep.
You're taking a stack. I'll take one.
Okay.
All right. Back to Ian.
I spend money and buy one more of my share, the new one, the com.
All right. Let me look at revenues here. Car is still
It's
car
going
is
down.
good.
The car's
Oh
going
wait.
down.
Oh, car
It
lost a
lost
train.
its first train. It's going to run for like
Okay.
25 like everybody else or whatever, 30 or something like that.
Okay. So the WA is probably the best company now because it has the GON ready to go and it's locked in its routes. But I already have 6 of that. So and this I can force this to be the last. So there's no dumping that's going to happen. I'm just going to take the lead company at 130.
Hang on, I got a slight issue here. Right.
Yeah.
You got to sell 1 share.
No, not that. Oh no, because I don't have a gone route right now.
No.
Right. I won't have a gone route. I need 2 upgrades. I can only fall back 1 time.
4 builds before you need to run it.
And what's that?
Because you're going to have 4 builds potentially before you got to run it.
But the issue
Because
is that I don't think I actually have enough actions to make a gone route with the Queensland. Hang on 1 second, I have to deal with something.
I like this joint puzzle at this point because now it's like interesting enough that I don't care if it doesn't help me. I want to figure it out. He does have a challenge.
Right. So I am so close to the edge. I can fall back once and run. If I can't get a gone route on the first upgrade, I can't do this plan.
So who needs the GON no matter what?
The
QR.
Queensland. The QR needs the gone route no matter what. And because of
Okay.
this token, right? So that's just kind of let's.
What if instead the
Wait,
com
but
takes,
you have 4 track lays before the QR
Yeah,
has to.
the com can only help with one of those is the problem, and they all happen on the other side of a token. I see what his problem is. But what if we all assume that we're going to work out of here? You assume both comes to work out of here. Com takes loan on his first turn.
Yeah.
Builds here.
out there.
The QR can build here. Somebody can upgrade here and then hook in.
All right.
And then you have extra yellow.
Wait. Why would he build there? Why wouldn't he build here, and just the QR upgrades immediately?
It's the same amount of actions.
Right. So
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, it's
the
one
com
it's one
builds.
fewer action.
The
Right,
com
it's one fewer
builds.
action.
The
Yeah.
QR upgrades. The com builds. The QR runs.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
The tolerance.
God.
That also means you have the tolerance to potentially be, if someone lays a hostile token, you have 1 extra upgrade to a green in order to run through that city.
All right.
So,
Is it my
might
turn to
work.
buy a
Might work.
share?
Yes.
All right. That was I knew I had to sell one of my shares. That was fine. I had accepted that already.
Another car. Back to James.
Wait, hang on, I got skipped.
That's why I asked if it was my
You took
turn.
that was your third buy, right, Chaz?
So that
Yes.
I've only bought one thing.
Oh, so Ian was not up then.
Okay.
Yeah, Ian was not up. I think it's the correct.
Oh, who is
Okay.
up?
James, you're up.
So James is up.
I am up.
Solve that mystery.
I'll take one of these cars. It's 130, right?
130.
Okay.
Dave.
This was ridiculous at $40.
Yeah, that is. How does that stay on the map?
Because I have to do this other plan. You talked me into this dumb
Ian's
thing.
busy.
All right. So Ian, you did the thing that you already did.
I have done 3 things. So.
All right. So this is my 3rd thing. So this is now James is up.
All right.
Did I already spend on that?
What the heck is left?
The record
Oh.
will tell us.
I think the share of this Victoria is paying out pretty good. It's only $60 to buy it. So I will buy the share of the Victoria.
That's pretty cheap.
Dave.
It did have. Is that
What?
actually its revenue? That was its revenue with a second train, right? You had a 6
lost
and a
to
4
4.
in there, right?
It
Lost
lost
to
to
4.
So he's going to be on par with the car probably.
better than the
Yeah.
car. It's going to be the SAR. It's going to be exactly what the SAR is running, pretty much, minus a little bit because he has a plus.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be better than the car. I think it's gonna be the same because you have a gauge change and I don't. So you're
Oh, okay.
effectively running a 5.
Yep.
But you do have some better stuff in the way. So who's got lead? Who's got shares that are cheaper? Is the better question. The share is cheaper. There's no market shares of that guy. I'm not touching this. Oh, this thing is $20. What's the NSW doing? It's running a diesel for maybe not an amazing diesel, but it's going to be.
But it's running a diesel, right? I mean,
It's running a diesel, so it's going to run from here to Cairns.
yeah, and then he could open these up and then
It's
go
$20.
around.
I can't not.
Yeah,
I can't not buy
that's
a $20
insane at
train.
$20. It's insane at $20.
I can't not buy a $20 car.
Can't not
Ian,
buy it
flipping.
at $20. I bought my share. I gotta buy one more.
I'll buy a market SAR for 90. Back to James.
And what do we have left? Those are all sold out. Can't buy any of those. God, paying $100 for a $60 share of Victoria, that doesn't feel very good.
Can you buy another New South Wales? You only have 50% of it.
Oh, I'm only at 50.
You
Yeah.
Based
so
on my count.
car is at 80. Yep.
Or a $20 share.
Or you can get a $20. Yeah.
$80 for $20 share. That's even worse.
Similar problem.
But one of them has a diesel. Right.
I mean, that's fair. I can't
Right,
disagree.
but the New South Wales does have a diesel, so what the heck? I will buy a share of this for 80. Not the whole stack.
You have a blue share now. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Dave.
I don't buy this SAR for 90.
All right, Ian.
I gotta sell a green, which we've determined to maybe not very good, to get one of those.
Falls to 40.
So I get 50, and then spend some money. Okay.
What was that share limit? 17.
17. Yeah. I
Right.
can't believe I forgot to sell a green.
Yeah, it cost you
I think-
$10.
Yeah, that cost me $10. Falls to 30. I get 40. And let's see, what has 2 left? So the SAR is operating. I'm losing $10 on that. NSW, I'm losing $60 net worth. But the SAR is going to end up at 160. And this is going to end up at 50. I don't think the difference between the diesel and the 6 is worth it to not get a SAR. Back to James.
All right. So I think I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is left? Oh, not very much.
You should buy yellow because
yellow has a 1/6.
I mean, it doesn't matter because green and gray are bad. Like they are bad enough that you will lose money on them and never make it back. Yellow will actually move forward, and mine won't.
Right.
So.
Plus, it'll be some revenue. So yeah. So I shall. What just happened?
You took it into your hand.
Oh, okay. Oops.
SAR.
Oh, yeah.
You don't. So
IPO.
you also, if it's much easier to just hover over a stack and just press 1, and you're going to take the top share off of the top.
It automatically throws it in your hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you. Okay.
No,
yeah,
it just
that's cool.
throws it in your hand.
Dave, you bought a SAR for 100?
IPO SAR, yeah.
Okay. So SAR is now sold out, and then Ian, you're done.
just keep going, man. Yeah, just don't even
All right.
look over. Don't even look over here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, I can buy one more. So I'll buy an NSW for.
I'll be back in a minute.
James.
All right. I will. How much money do I have? I have 177 bucks.
You can
So
buy one more.
I will take a Victoria. What the heck?
All right, Dave.
What's better? Is Bank of England better than a company?
In terms of payouts, Bank of England's going to pay out 30, 30, 30.
Yeah. These companies are going to pay out like somewhere between like 25 and 31.
And they increase in share value. The Bank of
Yeah,
England.
Ian's taken at least one loan, so this is going to increase at least $20 in share value.
It's actually kind of close.
Yeah, it's very close. I think shares make.
Especially
also,
if you turn it into a float, it's worth it.
But if it's somebody else's float, then they're making more money on it. That's not worth it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do Bank of England, at least this time around. For 240.
240.
I remember when I got those for 120. That was a good deal.
Doesn't sound like a bad deal, in retrospect.
Hindsight.
If I float up NSW to 30, so it increases by 40, and NSW is paying way more than a Bank of England. All right, because 70, 160, 190, 220, 260, 303. Well, not way more. 350 at base, and then it'll increase. And it'll increase by 40. I'm gonna sell a BOE, and I'm gonna buy an NSW. Oh, but I forgot about the I forgot about the worth that I lose.
The
Yeah, I
$60
lose.
Yeah.
that putting in your hand.
Yeah. Screw it. I'm done. James, that is also certain limit.
Pass, yeah.
Dave,
We'll take another BOE for 240.
Ian, so I think the three of us are on auto pass.
7,
get up.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Am I not included in that? Because I'm also not a pass.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Are we all at 17 except for Ian?
Yeah, not even close, but
All right.
that's all right.
All right, so float ups. We have the car floats up to 140. The SAR floats up to 100. The WA floats up to 50. And is that it?
Yep.
Okay. And first up is the car.
Hold on, I
Let
gotta
that guy go.
Oh, pay 300 for the Bank of England
paid out the
shares.
bank.
I don't know if there's any track building that only helps me, so I think I don't build track then. Oh no, I can upgrade to gray.
Yep, gray helps.
Upgrade to gray. Sorry, I gotta look at this quick. I can't place the gray in a place that helps both my companies. That's unfortunate. So sure. Let's just get this down so that nobody else can put it down. Put it here. And that opening that up doesn't help anybody either. So that's all. That's fine and dandy.
Mhm.
So I run for 8, 9, 14. 14 and 9 is 23. 26, 31. That doesn't feel great. Payout. Move forward.
SAR.
Okay, so the SAR. I'll lay this. Come on. This. And I believe I have this route here. So 60, 90, 130, 190, 220, 280 plus 100 for 3Ks.
380.
So 380, yeah.
So that track cost 100.
Yes. So I shall first. Come on. 100. Spend money.
And then move you up to 380.
And I pay out.
SAR moves up to 120, and the calm squeezes in to both Ks.
Oh, that's its superpower, right?
Calm has its track action.
Right.
Fall
so
back to 90.
fall back, build. I gotta pay $50. Yep.
Yep.
I pay $50. Spend money. I have to. I gotta take a loan, right? Like this is because of that $50. I gotta take a loan.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
I mean, we have triggered the ending set.
Okay. And then I buy an 8 and a Gone. And that is $1,000.
Boom.
Spend money.
Boom.
Boom.
FT.
FT. Which companies are Shaz running? He's running the VR and the WA. Well, unfortunately, we have the same stupid route. So if I upgrade a K, it also helps him. But that K can't be upgraded, right? Oh, the K is four-sided?
There's 1K.
Yeah, okay.
There's a K for that spot.
Yeah, we'll upgrade this K. I'm gonna fix it. Yeah. Okay, so now we run for 1, 2, 3, 4. 8, 9. 9 and 7 is 16, and 6 is 22. Plus 50 is 27. This guy. We paid out.
Wait a second.
What's up?
We didn't put a gauge change here.
That just happened. That
just
didn't
happened.
Yeah.
didn't exist before.
Did SAR was SAR able to make that run?
He's got a 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No.
Well, he's got a 6
it couldn't-
plus.
Yeah, so it can't hit. It was 2 gauge changes.
So he takes $6 off, right? Oh, but that's also a K city.
No, he can't get from K to K.
Yes.
I can't.
So
Well, he was running
Yeah.
3 Ks, right? 1, 2.
Yeah, I lose 50
Yeah,
for the. I lose 50 for the Ks and
60
So
for
you-
not hitting one of the Ks.
You lose $11.
110.
110.
Yeah.
oh great.
Everything
So
Shaz said.
you can negative pay out 110.
That's the easiest way to do it.
How do I? Oh, negative.
You just hit negative 110 in the box and pay it out. There you go. Boom. Bam.
All right, FT's run.
Yeah.
VR is up. So VR has a 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so it'll just upgrade this 00. And it'll run 130, 140, 210, 270, 320.
I missed it. It should be set.
Pays out, moves up, and next up is the WA. Is there any? Yeah, there's a K left.
$30. So.
So the WA runs its Gone for 140, and then it's 5, 220, 230, 280, 310, 390, 420, 470.
470 total.
Yeah, 470 total. And the QR is up.
Okay. It's Alani. Yes. Well, so to walk me through the bankruptcy.
There's no bankruptcy.
Okay, no, well, sorry. Walk me through a company being unable to afford a train.
So you
Basically just disappear.
Yeah.
Because the only liability you have is other people, non-director of the company that hold shares, get compensated for this, incompetency for par price when the company dies for each share that they hold.
Okay.
yes.
The market does not get compensated for taking shares from an incompetent director. So
Okay.
there are no player-held shares other than your shares.
Yeah.
So it would literally just be a loss of value in your hand.
Okay. So I would just
There
lose
is
my
no
shares.
liability.
All my tokens
But you
turn.
still want to lay your track, and
I
you
did.
want to
I hooked
if you're
it.
going to do that. Oh, okay. And you want to lay a token. I guess one of these 30s.
That was
'cause you already
so.
have.
So hang on. I mean, let me. We talked about this plan and it seemed real good, but let me ask a couple questions. Let me ask some hypothetical questions. Okay. The current cert limit is 17.
The cert limit's irrelevant because we're done. We're done. You're never gonna have to. You're
You
never
You
have
never
to
have to sell down.
comply with it.
Okay.
Never have
Yeah.
to sell down.
I mean, if we get to a stock round, yes, but we've triggered the end of the game by
Right.
taking the loan, so
So
we will not have an opportunity to reconcile our over stock ownership limit.
Right. I'm gonna lose $100 of value if I let the QR die.
It actually might be right. It might be right just to run the comm like crazy and just ditch the QR.
I think honestly the shuffling. I have an 8 train. Like, what if I just
your BOE shares get worth way more.
what
So
if
I
I
don't know that
just
I don't know that the shuffling's good for you.
No, I
It's
don't
good
think
in
it is.
certain circumstances, but I don't think it's good for you as the person who has this many BOE shares.
Right. So, given that,
But you still want to make sure the comm runs a gun.
right, the
you
comm
wanna get
can,
the
yeah, so then that is still a thing that I will do. I will still make that upgrade. So that the comm can just
And
lay the
you
track.
still want to lay a token and one of
Yeah.
the 30s probably to. Oh, actually no, this double
I
O.
want to put it in the O. Oop. It's like we went through all that work and we had all that good time, like
And we got
figuring
a
out.
receivership.
Well, yeah,
There it is.
and then I don't run. I go back to 20 and then I take a loan.
I wish Shaz sold
Yes.
that Bank of England share
Yeah.
now.
I take a loan, which is fantastic. I mean, I started thinking about it.
Yeah,
That was
that's
some
a
real
reasonable thought.
magic that the
The
group.
$200 should be back, and this does not matter. I don't know why I care.
Yeah, the
Fixed
bank
it.
is not breaking, so it doesn't matter about 290.
So flippity flip. Actually, I'm going to count this. So 4, 7, 13, 17 more. So it's going to pay out 470.
Okay.
I was going to add 17 to 300. Can't do that. That's not the right way to do it.
Okay.
Man,
Alright.
I should have bought them shits. That's gonna be the difference.
You don't want to buy that share because it's $100, but then you don't get paid. You have one fewer cert for 2 ORs.
Yeah, you could.
Bank of England.
No,
sorry.
Bank
I
of
said
England.
QR.
Not
Yeah.
QR. Not
I'm
QR.
like,
Bank
why,
of England.
why would you buy a QR?
All right, NSW.
Okay, NSW. So I believe I have
A triple K.
this route all the way up to here,
Yes, you can upgrade something on there if you want.
or actually, how much is the brown ooh worth?
It is worth
50,
40.
Which is the same as that
Oh,
offboard.
It's 50.
So-
It's 50.
Oh, brown is 50. I thought you meant green because we haven't gotten
Oh,
through. Yeah,
brown
so
is worth-
eventually getting to.
I mean, it didn't mean green actually, because it's a yellow ooh right now. So it would be, I could at least upgrade it.
The biggest jump is turning this K into a brown, but
Yeah.
that also,
Helps other people.
I mean,
But-
mostly me, Shaz a little bit. Oh, that's Dave too.
also Dave. Yeah,
Also,
everyone-
also Dave
I
is
figure
there.
I figure helping the person whose company went into receivership isn't
Well,
all that.
Because the
Not all that bad.
share, I'm sorry, because the Bank of England now has a station there, it collects the revenue for that station.
Yeah, so it's now going to be up to 49 next OR.
If you do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, damn it.
I mean, you don't have to do it, but you can do it.
What the heck?
Okay.
I just feel like.
Sometimes you just want to pull the
Uh,
levers, man.
Okay, so, and the diesel's what? Just unlimited distance?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be running this K through here, here all the way to Cairns
Right.
because
So I've got,
you're tokened out at this K.
yeah. But that's all right. So an 80 plus 30 is 110, plus 60 is 170, 200, 230, and this is worth 60?
290, 330 plus 100 is 430.
430 for the SAR?
NSW.
Oh, sorry, NSW, wrong one. Oh, good. Shoot, give me that. Nope. I can barely. There we go. And the NSW will pay out.
All right, NSW moves up to 30, and we can flip these and pay 490 for the BOE. We're in OR 2, and the car operates.
Damn, the Bank of England's paying a ton of money.
I think the car's done building track.
All right.
So that makes sense. Actually, how much money does it have? It has $1. It's done building track.
Yeah.
It will run. You only have to count it one more time. 8, 9, 14, 17, 25, 28, 33. Payout. Go forward. SAR.
Oh, sorry. So I think this is now a legal route with just one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with just one thing for my plus.
1, 2, 3. You got
So,
gauge sheet. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
plus. Yeah.
and are there any browns? I don't think I can upgrade any of the cities, right? Because
No,
these
these
are
cities are locked.
locked.
the cities are locked out, right? So 30, 110 plus 30 is 140, 180 plus 80 is 240, plus 50 is 290, and 2K is
340.
340?
Well, you were at 290, and then your K bonus is plus 50.
Okay, so 34. Well, I shall move myself up to 34 and pay that out.
Revenue token too. I'm gonna put on 49.
And, yeah.
What's on 49?
The BOE.
Oh, BOE has its own revenue token. Oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
All right. SAR moves up to 140, and the FT is up.
The FT, because this game is ridiculous, can increase its route by doing this. It now runs 8. There's a gauge change right here. 8, 13, 16. 16 and 8 is 24, 29, which is better than 27. 8 out. VR.
VR has a 6 train. Where's the gauge change here?
Here.
Okay.
Yep. That's why I kept on fiddling with those tiles a couple minutes ago. I had to find the gauge change. Because the line goes, this is all the same color, and then this is all the same color.
Like you get down into this, down here, and you're like, I need to get out of here. Now without changing gauge, you don't.
No, you don't. You can't do that in Australia.
Down in Australia.
That is also a gauge change.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ah man, why didn't I do that? That was dumb.
Because he
so
hooked into it just now.
well,
No, but I could have done that.
He should have done the other one.
I see. Yes.
This happens when you play 4 games in 2 days.
130.
Don't worry, there's more.
210. 220. But 2 gauge change doesn't make sense, does it? There's no way that's better.
2K changes can't make sense.
That can't make sense.
No.
So
Too many-
maybe I
that's too many.
swing around into Tasmania. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, swing around into Tasmania. So 130, 210, 300, 350.
Yeah, I can't play tomorrow, so my brain's gonna recover
What-
tomorrow.
You can't play tomorrow, man. I need you at your tiredest.
And next up is
You
the
got me, man.
calm.
I'm
The
so
calm is up.
tired.
The calm builds that and runs for 56.
That's pretty good.
That doesn't suck.
Move me
When
forward,
when
flip me, thanks.
Shaz said that he wanted to play 48 on Friday night, it was like, that's not a long game. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna go to bed before midnight. This is gonna be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely
the,
will.
The WA
Not like
The
last
WA
night when we
has
started
oh
1822.
That didn't have to be the full one.
It was so much more fun as
80,
the full one.
90,
It totally was, though.
140, 170, 250, 280, 330, 390, 470. Oh, it's still at 470. All right. All right, so the WAS route is locked in, 470.
Yep.
Can remember that. And then the NSW.
So I believe this is new since I was here. And so does upgrading this OO also increase the value of the Bank of England's
Yes.
dividend?
Yes, it does.
Yes. But it's not going to currently change your route because it's
Yeah.
you're running to a 40 anyways.
Right. So I
Don't bother.
feel like, yeah, don't bother. It's all right. So I think I just increased my payout by 20 because of this new K and pay that out. So
You can lay the double dit and pick up $10.
45, and I think I'm pretty much locked in. For
Oh
the
yeah, you can lay this double dit and pick up $10.
Because you can just go out and in as long as there's a double dit with a sharp in it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can just do that for 50 and you just pick up $10 and it doesn't improve anybody else.
It proves mine.
Okay.
I was running
Oh,
up there.
sure.
I get an extra $1.
Yeah.
Actually, let me
I mean, I could do it too. So
pay out 10, right?
You had already paid out?
Well,
You're
I paid
running
out.
you're running the NSW, not the
I
SAR, by
paid
the way.
out the 45, but adding the 10 would have made it 46. So I already paid out the 45. So
So just pay out 10 now.
I pay out 10. Okay.
Not in SAR.
Paid out 10.
No, not the SAR.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Ah, fuck. Why did I?
Negative 10 for the SAR.
Yeah. So come on, negative 10, and then $10. Ka-ching.
Ashner streaming? Sometimes he does.
is he? Should follow
Check it.
his channel.
Okay, and the NSW moved up to 40.
I think sometimes he records but doesn't stream. So he's not streaming right now, but he might records and put it up tomorrow.
And we are in the final OR, the BOE's final payout.
That's good. That's a good payout. I like that.
The car's route is locked in at 33.
No, the car is not going to be stupid this time. So the car is going to swap out the 30 for the 1040. So it's going to run for 20 more.
Wait, what?
It's going to do the thing it should have done last time. Remember we talked about this? Oh no, the car is the other
No,
one.
the
You're right,
the car can't do that.
Yep, you're right. Pay.
All right.
Move
car
forward. You got it.
moves forward.
SAR.
The car.
SAR's up.
These companies are fun. Fun names.
So is it SAR now?
SAR's up.
So let's see, 80, 180, 110, 140, 180, 260, 310 plus the $50 K bonus. So I increase to 36 and I pay that out.
You go forward. The NT goes up 20 from last time. What was he on? Crap, I just hit my hand.
31, so he goes up to 33.
No, the token was I think I was on 120, so I was one behind the SAR, right?
I don't know. Oh no,
No,
you were too high in the SAR. In this thing, you were too high.
Perfect. Payout done.
All right, VR. I don't think there's any upgrades to VR's route, but I'm not sure if. Okay, so 130, 210, 300. Yep. The VR's route. Where is the VR? All right, done.
Forward 90.
And next up is com.
I pay out
Did you go
57.
up by
I'm done.
10 yet?
Boom. Next up is WA, pays out 47, moves up. And then
NSW.
NSW closes out.
I pay out the 46, and I'm done.
Okay. Car pays out 2,300.
SAR pays out 1,700.
Right?
What's that FT at?
FT pays out 1,200.
Okay, call it. We're done. I'm out of here.
Com pays out 900.
Yeah, I paid it.
NSW pays out 500. And then 9 and 8.
And then I'm gonna take the money from my BOE shares.
We'll pay that out. We'll pay it
Oh,
out.
that just paid out. All right, I don't want to do anything.
And BOE pays out
2,800.
2,800.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Man,
I almost gaffed the game away by getting rid of that BOE share.
yeah, I'm really upset about that in retrospect. I
Yeah,
almost tried. I almost
That would have done it.
we talked it through, and I talked it out. I think I talked you out of it a little bit.
Nah,
I shouldn't
man.
have talked it through. I should have bought it. But that was close. $200 is not a huge difference.
No.
No. And I think, what was it, like a 30-minute teach? So we started at 8:30.
We played for.
This
we
was
are still under
2.5
3
hours?
hours. Still under 3 hours.
2.5 hours.
Full stream time. So. Yeah, that was a fast game.
Not bad, guys. Well done.
We are getting a wealth of good, like, short 30 likes with 82 and then 48 shortly after, hopefully. Like, we have a lot of good, like, weeknight, full feeling games coming soon. It's going to be real nice.
They got a good mouth feel.
Oh, it's got a great mouthfeel. It's velvety.
That's awful.
What'd you guys think?
That's fun. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like, just kind of
Yeah.
all the time.
James, I think that this company could have probably done pretty well with a GON because it had exactly 200. And it's not that far away, so you probably would have gotten at least one run out of it.
They could have had it there.
I didn't have any money to pay the train costs and the
Yes, you needed the 40. Yeah, you're
Could
right.
have taken a loan.
Yes.
The NSW could have busted the cactus for it, and then it
Oh,
could have.
yeah. And then it
merged
could have
in.
hooked in.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh yeah. I kind of thought that it was blocked out, but yeah, you're right. I could.
It's hard to seal that stuff, though.
For sure, especially on a first play.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Lonnie effect of, like, the bank shares, the bankable shares not paying out, you really feel it because the revenues get big and the money doesn't go onto the charter, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
But it also, like, reduces the end game decisions because you don't have that, like, extra money. Like, the money just goes away and shores up, and then you don't have that, like, oh, I have like $40 now, so I'll do this.
Yeah.
No, I have $1. I have $1. That's it.
His games are always like, oh, yeah, this is the money you get, and you should probably make that last. And if you don't, I don't know, you probably should have planned better, right?
Right.
Better.
Yeah.
It's like your parents give you $10 and like, all right, go to the store and get a lunch. And you're like, I bought candy, and I'm hungry. And they're like, no, I gave you $10. What did you do?
I bought a
you're
sugar
like-
rush, Mom.
You're like, I bought a bunch of candy bars, but one of the chocolate bars melted in my pocket before I got to eat it.
Is that the equivalent of buying a train that you never run?
Yeah. You're like, I bought it and it's gone now. I'm so sad.
I also like how the privates are not poison in this
Yeah.
game. Like, they're all okay. And, like,
Yeah.
I obviously came pretty close to Shaz, even though I bought the car.
Right. Yeah, you did
so,
fine.
Oh, the car is by no means point. The car is a great company, and we have a lot more money, so you have a lot of leeway. And
I kinda like
in a
the game.
4-player game, you just have to decrease it to 210, and then you can buy the car and start a different company at 420. And if somebody starts the car on you, who cares?
Yeah,
Or
just
you can
sell.
defend it if you want.
I like games where like 1830 is fine what it is, but I like games that don't have like those huge poison things, and like the game is a little more just like, because even like the last 4 here, just like most of the time the 4s run without rusting, so like it's not as bad.
Hmm.
So
I mean,
like
this was about as sort of sharply timed, other than at the beginning potentially. We waited a little bit for the 4s, but once you popped the 4s, we were off to the races.
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes the calm is floated in mid set, and then that drives out the 8 a little bit faster, but this is pretty close to the normal speed I've seen. I like this game a lot.
I was
That's
amazed that somebody didn't buy an 8 and rust my 4 before I bought my diesel.
I could have
I was
like I I
stuff.
should have withheld with the QR one time, just when I had the 3 and the 4 and I ran real big. I should have just withheld that, and it might have been fine. I might have just been like, okay, now I can pay out and maybe take one loan and be fine. But I didn't. I got the money, and then I lost and then I lost it all. So,
Is this missing a snapshot? Is missing no one? No, you can't. Oh, you can. Okay,
but
that's weird. Sorry.
okay, that was cool.
Yeah, if Lonnie had fewer, even better games, this one would be even higher on my list. He's a son of a gun. He knows how to make a good 18xx game.
Let me tell you
Don't
about
forget helmet.
Rush.
This is a double O. It's not just Lonnie.
Double A, yeah.
Let
Well,
me tell
the
you about
1840
Russian
tram.
railroads.
Yeah, it's a good game.
So, what did you guys think of Lonnie's 1840 Tramways, that new game?
I haven't played it yet.
No
I
idea.
haven't played it.
Well, obviously, I haven't played it yet, but it looked interesting. Anyway.
It looks like a mad scientist game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like pretty much everything Lonnie and Helmet do. So. This is my favorite though.
Cool. Well, thanks for playing. Thanks for teaching.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
guys.
And
This
we
was
will
fun.
catch y'all next time.
See ya.
See ya.
All right.
Enjoy